本日は新たな要素をご紹介。京都に伝わる謎や現象を紐解くため、とある人物の従者として頑張っている狛犬たち。正気によって身動きが取れなくなっており、武蔵の助けを待っています。
Dogs are now collectibles, guys.
新しいシネマティックなトレーラーをご用意しているんですが、その前に改めまして本作は9月4日金曜日に発売予定です。それでは特別なトレーラーをどうぞご覧ください。
If you live by the way of the sword.
More games.
Fighting is everything. It's warm blood on cold steel. The sound of your blade breaking armor. The thrill of striking down your foes with otherworldly precision. So fight smart. Fight hard. Fight like a demon. Wield the power of the Oni Gauntlet. Like a true warrior. Carve your name into legend. And become the Oni you were meant to be. Unleash your demons. Onimusha. Way of the sword.
Wow, that looks amazing.
Must be nice to parry all the time without your knife breaking in half.
Hey, don't pout. I'm sure the merchant appreciated all the business.
Yeah, you're right. I do love that guy.
Cool.
But anyways, Onimusha Way of the Sword is coming to PC and consoles on September 4th, so not long now before you can get your hands on it.
Our next game, which concerns one of our favorite shared subjects, zombies, is the
Yay,
start
more
of the
more zombies.
Dead universe. Think Streets of Rage with more headshots.
Hot diggity dog! I practiced that.
That was good.
Guys, you can actually play as Negan in The Walking Dead Streets of Survival when it lands on the 18th of September. Make sure it's on your wish list.
Now, let's take a closer look at Dioxide, a cel-shaded shooter set in a world ravaged by corporations.
Sounds a little too familiar.
Mm-hmm. Borderlands visuals. It looks like Borderlands. Like the same kind of aesthetic. I mean.
corporation provides.
Looks cool. That was pretty cool overall.
Paint the canvas red in Dioxide, which is coming soon to PC. Oh, and while we've got you, a quick reminder to stay tuned for FGS Live from Gamescom, our sister show which airs directly after we wrap up.
We'll be passing the baton to the FGS editorial team for even more exclusive trailers and world premieres. So make sure you stick around for that. Here's a little teaser of what you can look forward to.
Thank you very much, Angela and Nick. I'm Jules Gill, and I'm also the host of FGS Live from Gamescom. You can join me and Nathan immediately after the Future Games show for more world premieres, release date reveals, and, of course, brand new trailers.
A lot of indies, basically, in this segment.
So make sure you stick around for it.
Make sure you stick around after the show for even more amazing game reveals.
And speaking of world premieres, we've got our second one coming up right now for the sequel to a dark fantasy action RPG. Let's check it out.
The goddess is dying.
Volson, yeah.
He crumbles in blood and flame.
Very Diablo-esque.
The prophecy speaks of an ascended hero that has sacrificed themselves to save the world. But prophecies are nothing but means of control.
It looks really cool. It looks good. Wilson 2. Yeah. Yeah, but it's an early access game.
Wish lists at the ready because Wilson 2 is coming to early access in 2027.
Okay, here's a closer look at A Short Quest. It's a nostalgic dungeon crawler built with love by 2 developers. Let's take a look, shall we?
Awaken, child. I have a task of great importance.
Could you stop banging on the bloody gate?
Wrong place, fuckface.
Come, stranger. Rest by the fire.
Take this note to the king. It should be a short quest.
Very short.
A Short Quest is coming soon to PC, and there's a playtest available now if you want to check it out.
We've got a high-octane racing game up next. Perfect for a guy who plays a character with such an excellent track record with motor vehicles.
And yet they gave Leon a Porsche. Anyway, here's a brand new developer diary for Clutch.
Ooh, okay, more details on Clutch. Let's go. Please show us something good.
Hello, Future Game Show. I'm Mike Brown, creative director here at Maverick Games. Clutch is a cinematic, open-world driving game where you will take on the roles of Theo and Cass, a pair of sibling racing prodigies who are leading a double life of pro racing driver by day, underground street racer by night. Set across the beautiful French Riviera. We wanted to take players to the French Riviera as well as Monaco.
one place
because
that
it's a
hasn't been
beautiful,
corrupted by
inspirational
capital.
location that's also home to some of the world's best driving roads. And it's also a part of the world that's just steeped in car culture as well as motoring and motorsport. history. Our story is a grand, action-packed adventure with really high stakes, but ultimately it's a story about our characters, who are flawed, sometimes infuriating, but always lovable. And it's about how these characters find their place in the world and the importance of family. And the biggest impact of a story like this is the greater context, importance, and meaning it gives to the activities that you'll be taking part in throughout the game. So when you're finishing a race, that's not just ticking off a piece of content. Because of the story, it really matters. In terms of vehicle handling, it's my belief that we need an authentic handling model that has enough depth and edge to it that it will punish you if you drive too hard. You need that ability to mess up, otherwise it can't feel good when you nail it. And in a model like this, it has a really high skill ceiling, so the more you play, the more you're going to feel your skills getting better and better. And that's where the real satisfaction lies in this kind of game. In Clutch, every car feels weighty, authentically mechanical, and they each have a distinct feel and personality. Clutch has a rich and detailed open world where there are new things to see and discover around every bend in the road. In our recreation of Monaco, we have at least represented every road that exists in real-life Monaco. And as you're out exploring these streets, note that the buildings aren't cookie cutters. We haven't made a lot of presets and then repeated the buildings over and over. Every building in Monaco has been uniquely built by our artists. And as you're out driving through this beautiful open world, know that it's a world that's full of challenges and collectibles to reward you for all of that exploration. Clutch is coming to PlayStation 5, Xbox Series consoles and PC in spring of 2027. You can wishlist right now. And for more information, follow us on all of our social channels or check out the Maverick Games YouTube channel for our podcast. Thank you very much. Goodbye.
Okay, another spring release. I mean, makes sense. I don't know. This is a game that, for all intents and purposes, I really want to be good, and I really hope it lands.
Clutch is coming to PC and consoles in spring 2027. Ange, what's up next?
Well, let's change the lighting again. Because it's time for another world premiere. And this one is a sequel to an atmospheric puzzle platformer.
It works!
Okay, more indie stuff.
Keep together!
Break 2 Alliance of the Storms is a stunning cooperative Metroidvania launching in 2027.
And now we're taking a look at the latest trailer for Serious Sam Shadowverse, a roguelike shooter set across a multiverse of mayhem.
Ooh.
All ready to gamble with our lives. Let's fight, you big ugly!
What was it? Serious Sam.
I need a vacation.
Cute.
Serious Sam Shadowverse is coming to PC and consoles on August 31st, 2026. That's next week, Ange.
So soon. But you know what else is coming soon? And to us all, eventually? Death. Graveyard Keeper 2 is a cozy cemetery simulator where you manage a medieval business, bury the locals, and occasionally harvest their organs for a tidy profit.
Let's check it out.
Welcome to your charming new town. Step 1. Plant your first seeds. Perfect. Step 2. Take care of your adorable animals. They'll pay you back 100-fold. Step 3. Harvest fresh resources from the garden. Organic and locally sourced. Step 4. Send your helpers on a lovely field trip. Look how much they've grown. Meet your charming neighbor.
Does she even know I'm a skull? Oh.
What a chatterbox. And your loyal companion will help you with every task. Restore your little town, automate your production, and watch your community bloom. A peaceful, relaxing life sim.
Another marketing lie? No wonder they're all getting fired.
Have fun.
Prime your shovels, folks, because Graveyard Keeper 2 is coming to PC and consoles on September 22, 2026.
And continuing with games that indulge your morbid desires, join us as you building a cult in co-op. Here's the latest trailer.
It begins innocently enough.
Okay.
Building, harvesting the communal garden, making just one sacrifice. But before you know it, your friends will have you stockpiling firearms, riding farm animals into battle, and praising the ancient ones.
That's
If
silly.
your friends tell you, be cool, man, do not be cool. Be skeptical, be vigilant, be cult-free. Friends don't let friends join cults. Brought to you by Concerned Citizens Against Join Us.
Join us.
Okay.
Coming to PC and consoles in March 2027. What's next, Angela?
Got some gun fu for you, Nick. This next game is a kinetic cyberpunk shooter starring a sentient combat implant. Feast your eyes on the latest trailer for Spine.
Okay.
In this city, you're never really alone. They say the AI keeps you safe. I used to believe that. But I learned better. Tensor calculates, gangs execute. And people like me, we pay the price. Their strongest weapon is called Spine.
Combat mode activated.
Too bad I stole one. They think they've got it all under control. But every system has exceptions. I'm one of them.
Looks impressive, presentation-wise. Interesting.
That kind of made me want to do a roundhouse kick.
Oh, are you sure? Without warming up?
Good call. Wouldn't want to throw out my spine. Which is coming to PC and consoles in 2027.
Well, that, the trailer, not Nick's comment, was totally worth a wish list, right?
I'm here all day, guys.
Yes, you are. Anyway, let's shift gears with our first Ones to Watch deep dive, where we go deep on the game the internet is raving about.
And with that in mind, here's an exclusive interview with Fuse Games about Star Wars Galactic Racer.
I heard this is pretty good from people that have managed to get their hands on it.
My name's Matt Webster, and I'm a co-founder and CEO at Fuse Games, and we're here to talk about Star Wars Galactic Racer, the high-speed, runs-based reinvention of racing set in the Star Wars galaxy.
We're combining our love of racing games and Star Wars, and we're doing this with a fresh take on the racing genre.
We've got a uniquely innovative run-based campaign mode. It's a campaign mode with real consequence, depth, and breadth.
And we think that, combined with racing, is a match made in heaven, because racing games thrive on replayability. The more I play with a vehicle, the better I get, the more I can drive for mastery at a second-to-second level.
You're racing with three speeders on the track at the same time, cutting each other up, taking different racing lines, using the different features of the vehicles.
You're probably familiar with land speeders, which we have in there, and in our game they're all about drifting and boosting.
It's all about keeping your foot on the gas, holding speed through corners by drifting around them.
The speeder bike is at the opposite end of the spectrum. It's fast, it's ferocious, but it's fragile.
Got a fantastic ability where it can slow down into corners and store that kinetic energy and then do a kinetic burst out of the corner. And it's all about kind of threading the needle in thin lines.
And then our final vehicle is something that's brand new to Star Wars, and it's called the Skim Speeder. We've designed this in collaboration with Lucasfilm Games, and this vehicle is more a lower level racing plane.
Acrobatic airplanes that gracefully handle corners until they need to flip up onto a knife edge.
The Skim Speeder is perhaps the most elegant of our vehicles, with its carving, banked turns, as well as its ability to roll up onto a knife edge and pull high G maneuvers around the tightest of turns.
Strapping into a Skim Speeder is an absolute thrill ride.
Being in your wide and proud profile, gracefully sweeping through the tracks, and then snapping up onto that knife edge and cutting into the apex. The sound design is fantastic, and then the visuals on top of it of how dramatic the change on the screen is.
Our audio team have done a fantastic job on making the Skim Speeder feel like an authentic Star Wars vehicle.
Making a new vehicle in the Star Wars galaxy is an amazing opportunity. So we collaborated deeply with Lucasfilm Games to make something that felt uniquely Star Wars.
All three of those speeders have different racing lines, and it's where they intersect that things get interesting. This is where the drama happens.
And then, of course, we've got the pinnacle racing vehicle in Star Wars Galaxy, the Pod Racer.
We knew we couldn't make a Star Wars racing game without including the iconic pod races.
Sense of speed is a hugely important aspect of the game, and it's something that we poured a lot of love and attention into. When you then step into a pod racer, the speeds are absolutely wild.
The best thing about seeing people pick the controller up is that immediate smile on your face. Wow, this is fast, but this is controllable speed. And when I make a mistake, I have this wonderful audio-visual payoff inside the crashing that's expected, but fair. Star Wars Galactic Racer is coming October 6th on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, and PC. Thank you for watching, and enjoy the rest of the show.
It looks good.
Now that is pod
I'm still deliberating if I want to play that or not, because timing-wise, it's right before Dragon's Dogma again.
PC and consoles on
Same with Gears of War E-Day.
Now it's time for another world's premiere. Here's your first look at an alchemical action-adventure game, and I'm told that what you're about to see is captured entirely in-engine and built from in-game assets.
Let's check it out.
Oh, which one was this again? I think it was Valor Mortis again? They mentioned? Alchemia.
That was Alchemia, House of Wisdom, which you can wishlist now on Steam. It's coming soon to PC and consoles.
Alchemia?
This next game sounds like our comeuppance for all the green herbs we've eaten. It's called Trees Hate You.
This looks a lot like another game. Alcahest, I think. I mean, it obviously a little bit different style, but it looks like a similar type of similar type of game. Silly game.
See, that's why I don't go to the woods unless I know there's a cabin with a typewriter in it.
Precisely. The plants get their revenge in Trees Hate You, which is coming out on November 16th.
That is cute though.
And just like that, here's another world premiere for a hand-drawn cooperative golfing adventure. Let's take a look.
Not quite the lineup of games that is up my alley this time around, but still some nice stuff here and there.
Bye Bye Bonnie is coming soon to PC.
Nice. And we're following that with a new trailer for Arizona Sunshine, a flat-screen remake of the beloved VR zombie shooter.
Mm-hmm. Vertigo Games.
Is Arizona Sunshine, a third-person co-op shooter set in the zombie apocalypse. You play as Sonny, an unhinged, foul-mouthed survivor, just seeking connection. Hey, Fred.
Bye, Fred.
In the apocalypse, it's always more fun. An online co-op. But for this to be a real zombie classic, we had to have split screen.
Cute, 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 cute.
And of course, you can play as Buddy.
You can play as Buddy. Mm. Aren't they all?
Arizona Sunshine. Wish list now.
Gotta love split screen. Take the scenic route through the apocalypse in Arizona Sunshine, which is coming soon to PC.
Or perhaps you'd rather wind down with some virtual manual labor and heavy equipment operation?
Sure, I know someone who could use the wrecking ball practice.
Well, here's an update on Construction Simulator Evolution.
Every place carries a story. But not every story is meant to last. Sometimes progress means letting go.
Okay, this is a destruction game.
Piece by piece, what once stood comes down. Not out of destruction, but out of choice. Because every new beginning needs space. We tear down to reshape the future.
Construction Simulator, let's go.
Master the art of demolition in Construction Simulator Evolution, which is coming soon to PC and consoles.
And now for something completely different.
That's right. Our next game is a surreal medieval shooter inspired by the works of Hieronymus Bosch.
This looks weird and creepy. Yeah, very weird and creepy.
Survive the Garden of Earthly Delights in Hieronymus, which is coming soon to PC.
Get it on your wish list ASAP, but don't close that tab because it's time for yet another world premiere. It's the next game from a beloved Kyoto indie studio.
Ooh. Do tell. It does look horror-ish. Horror-poi. The hell? What is this? I'm not familiar with this. This has to be something new. Oh yeah, I'm not familiar with this one. I mean, it looks cute, I guess. Not quite for me, but it looks cute, I guess.
Repel the hand-drawn hordes in Pixel Junk Monsters 3, which is coming soon. Drop it on your wish list now and sign up for the private playtest, which kicks off on September 4th.
Next up, we've got a developer diary for Ion 2, an Unreal Engine 5 MMO where the sky is your battlefield.
안녕하세요. 아이온2의 개발을 총괄하고 있는 백승욱 CBO입니다. 완전히 새로운 MMORPG를 만든다기보다 기존 MMORPG 플레이어들이 아쉬워했던 부분을 그동안의 경험과 발전된 기술을 결합하여 해법을 제시하고자 하였습니다. 친구나 지인이 함께 플레이하는 즐거움을 원하는 사람은 결코 사라지지 않을 것이므로 그런 분들의 기대에 부응하는 게임을 계속 만들고 있습니다. 아이온2가 그런 기대를 충족시키는 게임이라고 생각합니다.
아이온2는 자유로운 비행뿐만 아니라 하늘과 땅, 물속까지 눈에 보이는 모든 곳을 직접 가볼 수 있다는 것이 핵심입니다. 단순히 넓기만 한 필드가 아니라 공간의 제약 없이 세계를 직접 탐험하면서 진정한 오픈월드를 경험할 수 있도록 만들었습니다.
I mean, that's a lofty goal, but at the end of the day, large scale doesn't necessarily mean a good game. But I do like the idea.
핸들에서 높은 곳은 그저 랜드마크였지만 아이온2는 그 장소에도 플레이가 가능한 공간이기 때문에
We'll just have to wait and see.
커졌다고 할 수 있고 전쟁 상황에서 창의적이고 변칙적인 플레이가 발생하는 것을 확인했습니다. 보통 비행을 하게 되면 등속 운동이나 가속 운동을 하게 되는데 이렇게 했을 때 실제로 캐릭터는 빠르게 움직이지만 유저들이 느끼는 속도감은 느껴지지 않게 되는 것 같았습니다. 그래서 비행 중 속도의 차이를 주는 것에 대해 집중했고 활강이나 바람길, 비행 속도를 높여주는 서클 등 다양한 요소를 추가하여 속도감이 느껴질 수 있도록 많은 노력을 기울였습니다. 높은 곳에 올라가 봤을 때 이제 무언가 찾을 수 있도록 탐험적인 요소를 추가했습니다. 무엇보다 그 전쟁 상황에서 주변 시야가 아닌 공중에서 그 주변을 확인할 수 있는 요소가 추가되면서 이를 통해 발생할 수 있는 플레이의 확장성을 열었다라고 생각해 주시면 좋을 것 같습니다.
I think technologically it looks impressive. The issue is with MMOs, the play space is not the only thing that matters. It's also like how it feels to live in the world. Because MMOs aren't just games. They're a space you kind of want to live in. And I feel like most modern MMOs kind of like lost that. Like there pretty much no real MMO exists anymore outside of the really old ones. The newer games, the newer MMOs, and even some of the, you know, like modern MMOs that are, you know, older but still active, like your WoWs and your Final Fantasy, kind of forgot that part.
안녕하세요. 아이온2 풍연섭 기술 디렉터입니다. 언리얼 엔진 5의 새로운 렌더링 기술을 활용해 더 많은 오브젝트를 효율적으로 렌더링했고 넓은 월드에서도 자연스러운 그림자를 표현했으며 시간과 환경 변화에 따른 조명도 사실적으로 구현할 수 있었습니다.
아이온2는 솔로 플레이어들이 할 수 있는 컨텐츠와 파티 컨텐츠가 공존하고 있습니다. 그리고 파티 플레이를 하더라도 큰 부담이 없도록 컨텐츠를 디자인했으니 선택에 따라 편안하게 즐겨주시면 좋을 것 같아요. 런칭 이후 플레이어분들의 컨텐츠 진행 속도와 플레이 패턴을 면밀히 살펴보면서 업데이트 시점을 결정해 나갈 계획입니다. 특히 글로벌 서비스는 다양한 지역의 플레이어분들이 함께하는 만큼 실제 플레이 데이터와 피드백을 다각도로 살펴보며 글로벌 환경에 맞춰 가장 잘 맞는 업데이트 계획을 만들어 나가는 것이 중요하다고 생각합니다.
I mean, at least we're seeing a slight change in the industry with people across development teams starting to pay more attention to feedback and customers. So, even if it's just lip service early on, there's definitely a shift. Now, if only the industry experts would follow suit and stop trying to shit on everybody for disagreeing with their industry takes, we will be in a better place.
Mark your diaries for September when you can finally get your hands on Ion 2. Okay, Ange, let's give the good people another trailer.
You got it. Here's the release date trailer for Star Trek Outposts Unknown, a Starfleet city builder where you chart alien worlds.
Star Trek? Yes. Kind of looks like Star Trek. I mean, I'm out of Star Trek. I missed that era, so to speak. I don't know if it is Star Trek. It looks like Star Trek. Yeah, it is Star Trek. Yeah, okay. I'm pretty sure it is. I've never been huge on Star Trek. Like I grew up with like Picard in part of because of my parents, so to speak, older family members, so to speak, but I never got into Star Trek besides, like an outside observer kind of thing. Casual enjoyer.
Next up, we've got a brand new trailer for the tactical shooter War Dogs.
Oh yeah, I heard good things about this one.
Find out the release date for this game, don't you?
You know it.
I'm just not interested in the gameplay style. That's all. Because I'm definitely not the target audience for this. So I'm not gonna pretend like I know if this is a good game or not. I'm definitely more casually dabbling into this one. I like the more single player story ones. September 10th.
Pre-order and wishlist it now because War Dogs is launching into early access on September 10th.
And now it's time to check out The Journey Home, an atmospheric puzzle platformer written by the best-selling author Sophie Lee Robbins.
How I got here, I don't remember. I've spent my whole life gazing up at the stars. But I've never seen beauty like this. This place is different. Time has stopped. Or was it ever even moving at all? Everything, all at once, illuminated. There's something here, and it knows me. All of me.
Definitely not for me, but it looks like it would be a pretty interesting and heartwarming story.
A face, a voice I know better than my own, pulling at me.
I can definitely appreciate and respect these types of games, even if they're not for me. I do think these more artistic games are really nice. But I do feel like these are more indie type of games, There are personal projects for personal reasons. And they're more a form of expression than they are, so to speak, games. And I'm definitely more in the games camp than I am into the whole, like, experience, like personal experience type of thing, stories where the games have their own story to tell.
Coming soon to PC, but there's a demo out now on Steam if you want to check it out. What's next, Nick?
Well, we've got some news about Moonlighter 2: The Endless Vault, the beloved shopkeeper RPG, which is currently in early access, but for how much longer?
This shop isn't your choice. It's your duty, your legacy, and it gives you a chance.
Oh, okay, it's another one of those games.
How to read the room, to pick your battles, to know exactly what's worth keeping.
Yeah, the only game of this type that I played was Reciteer.
You learn that not all fights are won with steel.
It was definitely an interesting experience.
Because greed will fill your pack. But only wisdom brings it home. Driven by heart. You balance both worlds. Not to escape your legacy, but to own it. This is who you are.
Oh, okay, this is a sequel to an existing game. Cool.
Moonlighter 2, The Endless Vault 1.0 release lands on September 2nd for PC and consoles. Don't miss it.
For this next trio of trailers, we're going to pass over presenting duties to some awesome HoloLive creators.
So, while we go hit the safe room for some
okay.
smoothies, please
I
welcome
was
Fiori Novella and Vestia Zeta to the Future Game Show. How's it going?
okay. I wasn't expecting them to actually be part of the show.
Grace or Nick and Angela. I'm Shiori, and this is... Hi, I'm Zeta. And we're so excited to be here with you guys. Alright, let's get into it. First up is Everwind, a first-person survival game...
Okay, this brings a smile on my face because I did not expect to see them introduced as part of the show. Mm-hmm.
Everwind is coming to consoles in 2027 with a major update coming in September. But, what's next? Next is... Ooh, this one's a good one. Sword Sage Awakening, a third-person action RPG where you take down beasts from Chinese folklore. Even better, there's even a cute red panda friend.
Okay. Sword Panda or Divinity.
Sword Sage Awakening is coming soon to PC and consoles. But you can wishlist it now on Steam. And you could because it looks really cool. It does look really cool. We have one more game to show you before we hand it back to Nick and Angela. Here's a new trailer for The Sinking City 2, a survival horror game set in a creepy Lovecraftian world.
Yeah, not for me though.
Oh, that looks so cool and spooky. The Sinking City 2 is out now, and it's coming to Switch 2 in 2027. Enjoy the monsters then. And with that, we're out of here. Thanks for having us, Future Game Show. Thank you for having us. Now back to Nick and Angela. I mean, Leon and Grace. I love you!
Thanks for stopping by.
And as for what's next, we've got our second Ones to Watch deep dive.
Here's an interview with the team behind Tides of Annihilation, a fantasy hack and slash set in a fractured London and inspired by Arthurian legend.
Hello, my name is Ari Chen. I am the co-CEO of Eclipse Glow Games and the game director of Tides of Annihilation. Tides of Annihilation tells a story inspired by Arthurian legend. However, we did not want simply to reproduce the existing mythology of King Arthur in its entirety. We wanted to approach it from the perspective of Chinese developers and transform it into a fantasy game. Although the game is based on Arthurian legend, the entire story has been reinterpreted from our perspective as developers.
Gwendolyn's background is one of the main elements of the game's story.
Okay.
So I reveal a little about who she is at the beginning of the game. At the start, Gwendolyn is an ordinary person from the modern world, who becomes caught up in the disaster caused by an invasion from another dimension. As a modern person, she's thrown into a hostile and malicious other world. While she's there, she receives encouragement from her companions and gradually grows into a commander capable of leading the knights.
Use it to command your spectral knights.
We wanted to present a point at which the game has settled into a relatively stable rhythm, and the combat systems are being used more fully. As a result, the section being shown takes place around the middle of the game, and features a relatively high level of combat intensity.
Combat is at the heart of the experience, because this is ultimately an action game. We want as many players as possible to experience the enjoyment of action games when they play it. For that reason, we have carefully refined the combat system. This includes...
Yeah, this reminds me a lot of FF16 in terms of vibe.
Players can combine these elements to create many different combat styles.
The concept we developed is something I call the dual frontline battle system. This system allows the protagonist to fight alongside the knights she summons, working together with them in battle. I wanted to introduce more companions into combat, so that the player would no longer feel alone and would have the sense that other characters were actively supporting them. Our game is primarily an action-adventure game, so it has two central elements. The first is, of course, combat. The other is exploring and adventuring through another world. The adventure side of the game also builds on the important feature of the combat system, the knights. During exploration, the knights provide the protagonist with a wide range
I guess it reminds me also a little bit of Darksiders.
The main purpose of exploration is ultimately to support the combat experience. At its core, combat remains the game's most distinctive feature. Exploration gives players additional resources, more room for error, and a wider variety of builds to discover and develop. To give an example of how the knights fight, we currently have the main knight, Bedivere. His design is centered on speed and fluid connectivity, allowing players to perform combinations easily and smoothly. He therefore has linked light and heavy attacks. Palamedes, the first knight, is primarily built around charged attacks, so the player has to recognize and take advantage of the right opportunities. And K, the Time Knight, needs to deploy time bombs at crucial moments. These can interrupt enemy attacks and also temporarily stop time. Each of our knights has therefore been carefully designed. We wanted each knight to feel different to control.
I mean, they're technically just abilities, but in a very nice shell, you know.
This is the first time we're formally introducing the knight Lancelot. He's a very important character within the game's story, and he also has a highly
Lancelot!
combat. He can closely follow Gwendolyn's movements and perform coordinated attacks with her, creating the feeling of a sword dance between the two.
Okay,
With
nice.
Tides of Annihilation, our hope is that our first project as a studio will be recognized by players within the action game genre. We hope that, in the eyes of players, our finished work will be considered a worthy and accomplished action-adventure game.
As for when the game will be completed, I think we simply need to continue working harder so that we can finish it and bring it to players as soon as possible.
Thank you all for your interest in Tides of Annihilation. We sincerely hope that players will enjoy the game when it comes to PlayStation, PC, and Xbox. Thank you.
Yeah, no release date yet. Not even a guesstimate.
Shout out to Eclipse Glow Games for the insight on Tides of Annihilation, which is coming soon to PC and consoles.
Alright, eyes up if you like co-op games, as we have some exciting news to share about the latest entry in the We Were Here series, We Were Here Tomorrow.
Cool.
Now, if you're not in the loop, this is an asymmetrical co-op game where you use walkie-talkies to solve puzzles, and we're about to find out when you can start playing it.
Ready up, Captain.
The walkie-talkies are back.
Testing, testing. Eagle 1 to Eagle 2. Eagle out. Do you see that canister behind you? Does that fit in there? Call me big brain, call me big brain.
So all my drawings, they're all black and white, so I could probably only go based off shapes.
Okay, well, it looks like a button and it's spiky.
Sorry, come again?
I like this one.
I'll take this one. Oh. Let's see what this does.
Whoa! Get it up, get it up. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, no.
Hey!
We sent the lasers through these lasers, which sent all the way to the other lasers, down back to these lasers, and boom, we're out of here.
Let's go!
We did it! Check this out.
Wait, did we do that?
Fantastic progress, team.
Cool, I guess.
Let your best friend know that We Were Here Tomorrow is launching in October for PC and console.
And while you're organizing a co-op session, let me pique your interest with another great game. Guns of Eschaton is a Souls-like shooter set in a world imagined by Victor Antonov, the creative
What?
mind behind Dishonored's
Have I heard this one before? I feel like I probably have heard this name before. Have I think I've seen this one before? Maybe?
This place is an inevitable confluence. It approaches this world.
Maybe I didn't. Maybe I'm just misremembering.
And ends with you. You must die for you to survive.
Wishlist it now because Guns of Eschaton is coming to PC and consoles in 2026. Now, what have you got for us, Nick?
Well, I think another spooky mysteries on the cards, quite literally. Hillthorn is a card-based detective game where knowledge equals progression, but don't take my word for it.
Not for me.
If that trailer made you want to unravel the mystery of Hillthorn, great news. It's launching in November and a demo is out now on Steam, so you can go check it out after the show. Now you're probably wondering why we're suddenly in a broadcasting studio.
Kind of, but I'm really just digging the jerseys. And if I had to guess, though, I'd say it had something to do with our next world premiere.
You're always one step ahead of me. Here's the next game from the team that brought you Journey to the Savage Planet.
I'm guessing it's a sports game. Yeah, not for me. Easy skip for me.
Now that is a play no one saw coming. Breakaway Hockey League is the first modern hockey game coming to PC in nearly 20 years.
I think this is the type of game that only really has appeal in the US, I think, right? US or Canada or both. But pretty much somewhere just around there, right? It's really not a sport outside of the US or Canada, I think.
PC, so slap it on your wish list and sign up for future playtests.
Now, we need to get changed and make our way out of the studio. So, for this next part, we're going to throw it over to a series of back-to-back trailers, starting with a world premiere.
Yay! More premieres. Oh, wow. This looks quite old school. In a lot of ways. DNA Nemesis, okay. Interesting look. Mm-hmm. Cool. Ice game. Oh, police chase. Police simulator or something? I'm guessing it's some kind of police simulator or something, or it's just yeah, okay. Cool, I guess. It does look pretty good. But yeah, it's not for me.
Nick, I just saw this in our green room.
What do you got?
Ran out of coffee, morale is gone, everyone is exhausted, itchy, tasty.
We should probably be worried about that.
Let's just play it by ear. Ooh, camera's still rolling. Oh. Welcome back, everyone. Here's a new trailer for Resonance, A Plague Tale Legacy.
I know a lot of people are probably gonna really enjoy this. I don't know, for me personally, for some reason I didn't get into the Plague Tale. It didn't click with me. For some reason. It looks nice. Like, I'm not trying to take a jab at it. It's just like, I don't know, it just doesn't click for some reason.
Resonance: A Plague Tale Legacy is out tomorrow, August 27th for PC and consoles. Don't miss it.
And speaking of plagues, we're following that trailer with a closer look at Exterminals, a cooperative shooter where you play as a pest control crew.
But I really hope it's good, because it does look good.
We've got the inside scoop direct from the developers.
I wouldn't call this co-op slop, but in my mind, in my head, it is co-op slop. I know it's not, but it's just.
It's fast, relentless action that rewards teamwork, creativity, and skill to get the job done. Thankfully, you have all the weaponized power tools at your disposal on your work shift. This includes not only guns, but a variety of special weapons to deliver crazy elemental damage, and a special power clamp that activates your overdrive system to use in all sorts of utility and combat situations.
Exterminats takes place on planet Tien, where a new miracle energy source was discovered called polymorphic plasma. So it's just one problem: alien pests. This plasma is like honey to them. They'll tear through infrastructure, machinery, and entire facilities to get at it, causing chaos across the planet, and this is your problem to fix.
You might have seen the trailer we released yesterday. We wanted to kick things off by showing the tough, blue-collar style the Exterminats have and focusing on the gear and the tools they use. Even if they have a job to do, we wanted to show off the frenetic action right away, but also the comedic undertone that's always ready to creep up.
I think this is probably going to be a pretty fun game.
It's a 20 to 40-minute run that begins with players selecting a work order from the job board, gearing up, and punching in. Once deployed to the work site, the mission is simple: fix, fight, and collect. Players repair damaged infrastructure, exterminate pests, and gather valuable resources while completing contract objectives.
Like, in terms of what I'm seeing, like the gameplay loop, this looks like it's gonna be a hit. Like, this looks like it's gonna be fun because it combines different gameplay loops that, like, at least in theory, from like what I'm seeing and stuff, it feels like it's gonna flow pretty well from one to the other.
After almost 5 years of working on this game, you know, at this point, I'm just excited for people to discover the experience at large.
Mhm.
If you want me to pick one, I'd pick the special weapons. Man, I love our special weapons. Shooting a massive behemoth with the cryoblaster or with the stasis railgun is just one of those satisfying things ever.
Exterminats is coming to PC and consoles in 2027, and we'll have more to share about the game over the course of 2026. And in the meantime, you can wishlist, pre-order, and check out our social pages.
I hope it does well. It does look pretty promising.
PC and consoles in 2027. So get it on your wish list now and keep an eye out on socials for more info.
Now let's take a hard pivot into the world of Mr. Records, a vinyl shop owner with a rhythmic imagination.
Cute. But definitely not for me. More music and stuff. More, yeah. My channel's gonna get struck from all the music stuff. I mean, I guess I could turn down the music even more, or entirely for that matter, but... Okay. I'm sure this is going to be a cute little game for a lot of people.
The adorable Mr. Records is coming soon to PC and Nintendo Switch too.
Now we're closing in on the end of the show, but don't let that fool you into thinking we're out of surprises.
No, there's more afterwards.
In fact, here's a world premiere for an anime-inspired indie game with jaw-dropping pixel art.
Cool. Like, visually is quite pleasing.
That was your first look at Last Ditch Effort, which is coming in 2027, but you can wishlist it now on Steam.
And now we've got a gameplay presentation for Into the Wind, a dreamy delivery simulator where you pilot a sentient motorcycle.
Hi, I'm Robin from Bloom and Gloom Games, and this is a gameplay sneak peek at Into the Wind. A cozy adventure where you take over your missing uncle's delivery firm and drive, fly, and run deliveries together with your trusty sentient motorcycle plane, Hermes.
Okay, that's a description for sure.
We are saving up for some engine upgrades for Hermes for a race in a few days. So let's go down to town and see if we can find some packages to deliver. Different types of cargo affect driving and flying in different ways, and more challenging deliveries means more pay for your efforts. Today, we're looking for something fairly chill. This red sign means they're looking for some delivery help. Let's see what they have for us. Looks dangerous. Too lively. Some heavy ones. They'll bring in a good deal of money, but the weight will make it hard to fly. So let's pick a good route and stick to the roads. As with cargo, there are different kinds of jobs that come with different challenges.
Jobs.
Next up is a standard delivery to Falco Homestead, meaning we can take our time. We could also stop in the villages we pass through to pick up new jobs or browse the shops for new parts or customizables. Currently, we're fully loaded, so we'll just refuel before we continue. Pirates ahead. With our current load, we would have a hard time fighting back or flee without damaging our cargo. Better to pick a way around instead.
Interesting.
Here we are. Let's just pick up the right thing and head inside. After delivering our heaviest package, we're now light enough to fly. Launch pads are not necessary to take off, but they sure help. Let's go back to those pirates and chase them off for an extra reward. Flying offers...
You're gonna break the bottles, though.
...for aerial acrobatics, and we will use what we can to get behind the pirate airplanes for a better shot. Our weapon today is the machine gun, so we have to get up close in tight dogfights to get in a fast burst. Pirates come in packs, and we need to take them down one at a time, while the rest are bombarding us from several directions. If we take down the leader, the whole bunch will flee, presumably back to the hotel bar, where we could visit them later if we wanted to. Phew, finally got rid of them. But pirates are not all you have to watch out for in Santa Rosa. Occasional landslides, the weather, and not least of all, local traffic.
And wildlife, I'm guessing.
Coming to an end, we head back home for some upgrades and rest. With that, we are at the end of our gameplay sneak peek of Into the Wind, and now we need your help. The game is still very much in development, and we are preparing for playtests in the near future.
It looks cute enough.
To wishlist and sign up for the playtest now, and come join our Discord to follow.
I think I've seen this type of game before, though, like this premise in the game before.
Into the Wind is coming soon to PC, but you can sign up for the playtest now and join the official Discord to chart its development.
Okay, what's next? You guessed it. World premiere.
World premiere. Here's a grand
boy.
series of strategy games.
Legends speak of a world once whole.
What's this?
Before the
I don't recognize it.
plunged it into darkness.
Not yet, anyway.
And of a crown of creation guarding the memory of all things. Wielding shards of great legacy.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with this, I don't think.
Could rise once more. To be explored. To be claimed. But deep beneath the forest.
King's Crown? Just based on the... I don't think it's King's Crown. No, Kingdom, Rising Realms. Yeah, I have no idea. I am not at all familiar with this.
Claim the land in Kingdom 3 Rising Realms, which is coming soon to PC and consoles.
And continuing the fantasy theme, this next game has you catering for weary heroes in a cozy tavern.
Ooh, I've got a great recipe actually. You take a red herb, mix it with a green herb, add a little seltzer water, and it fixes everything. Hangovers, chainsaw wounds. Trust me, it's awesome.
Let's hope this place can do better than Raccoon City Hospitality.
That was your first look at Dungeons & Dragons Long Rest Tavern, which is coming to PC in early 2027.
All right, time for our final ones to watch deep dive of the Gamescom showcase.
Now this time we're focusing on No Law, a cyber grunge revenge thriller from the team that brought you The Descent.
In fact, here's Neon Giant themselves to tell you all about it.
Oh yeah, No Law.
And I'm creative director here at Neon Giant, working on...
I remember the gardener thingy. Yeah, No Law. Yeah, that's what it was called.
By that we mean it's a city of Portisire however he pleases.
We provide you a toolbox. We provide you with abilities and actual tools to use. Instead of building a problem, a puzzle, if you will, where we design a solution for playstyle A or playstyle B, we just lay it all out for you in a more loose manner, and we just say, you go have fun, and we will just try and build a world and systems that will just handle whatever you're attempting to do.
Nobody sees him go in.
So in our recent trailer that we showcased at ONL, we wanted to showcase how the player can approach playing the game in various different ways. It doesn't matter if you want to play the game balls to the wall, guns blazing, or shotgun to the face, or if you want to tinker more with explosives.
I do like this style of game in that sense, where you kind of get to choose how you want to play it.
It's a narrative-driven game.
It gives you replayability, but also it makes it a dynamic experience for people. How did you deal with that encounter? How did you do that?
Attitude, spectacle, in the sense that there literally is no governing set of laws. There are rules, there are consequences, which fit right into our gameplay of whatever you do, there will be follow-ups, there will be consequences, which is very exciting for us.
Not only did we want to create a city that felt grounded, it also needed to be the kind of place where an adventure and a game like this can take place.
We've chosen to build a smaller city, but just make sure that it's super interesting and super rewarding to explore.
This is the kind of game where you go into an apartment and you try to find the clues. You go like, what happened here? We don't want the world to feel overwhelming. We want it to feel big, but we are much more interested in making something that feels layered and dense, where the player, on the way to that apartment, is like, I'm going to go here, I'm going to investigate this missing person. And you go like, ooh, wait, there is something around the corner. I can see that there's a door ajar in this apartment building, and there's like a dead body in there, but I can't get in. How do I get in? We want that kind of distraction where as you're moving on your feet through the city, open balcony, you can probably get up there.
And again, we're not telling you how or where to go, but we want you to kind of choose your own approach, choose your own playstyle, and choose how to get there.
The guns are big and heavy. If they jam, it's the kind of gun that you can hit someone over the head with, right? Like, we want that feeling in everything we do in the game. No matter if it's, the chunky computer.
It does look pretty promising. I like it.
The mechs. All throughout the game, we wanted to have that grounded physical feel.
And a mantra we had from day one was, if 100 people play this game, there should be 100 different user stories. We really want this to be your story. We don't want to force you into telling you, and this is how Gardner solved all the problems. It's much cooler if you tell us, how did you do it? So every single NPC in the entire game can be killed. Not saying you should, but death is always permanent. So if you kill a shop owner, that shop is pretty much effed and has to close down because there's no staff around.
If you take out every single weapon vendor in the city, you no longer have a way to buy guns.
This can definitely put you in certain
predicaments
as far as knowing what to do. So we have put one safeguard in place, is that if you kill some of the absolutely most major characters, the game will tell you, like, just so you know, you did this. You're free to continue your adventure, but this character won't be able to help you. Are you sure you want to carry on? And that's just our way of saying, it's your responsibility now. You can't go on Reddit and say, I don't know what to do.
No Law is coming to PC and consoles in 2027.
Thank you so much, and enjoy the rest of the show.
A lot of stories about how you operate, partner. Are they all true?
I don't know, like, the presentation for this game is sick. And the premise is really sick too.
Neon Giant for that window into the world of No Law. Wishlist it now because it's coming to PC and consoles in 2027.
And let's keep moving with an action game set in the Warhammer universe.
Here's the latest trailer for Age of Sigmar Deathmaster, a Metroid where you play as a sneaky little Skaven.
Escapes cage. Smell your fear. Noises in the corners. Kill slays.
Mm-hmm. Death Master.
Rise through the ranks of the Ratmen in Warhammer Age of Sigmar Deathmaster, which is coming to PC and consoles in 2027.
Now, fair warning for all you horror fans out there, this next game is no joke.
That's right, Ritual Tides is set on
Okay, easy skip for me.
full of Lovecraftian creatures, and the team at VertPaint have put together one hell of a trailer. You ready for the grand finale, Ange?
Ooh, whatever it takes. Count me in.
No, thank you. I'll pass. Count me out. No horror stuff for me, thank you very much. Yeah, extremely easy skip.
Well, you didn't die. How very interesting. Please, come, join us.
Oh. Thanks, Walter.
We have a lot to discuss.
Creepy ass thing. No, thank you. Yeah, that's gross. That is absolutely gross. Disgusting.
As well as your nightmares, Ritual Tides is coming to PC and consoles, and you can wishlist it now.
The great work continues with new hands.
Ange, what's going on? I thought this was the end of our show.
What is this place? Looks like an abandoned toy factory. Oh, they're building something big out there.
Oh, whatever it is, I think we're trapped. Listen, so while you guys watch our final trailer, let's me and you look for some animal medallions, chest plugs, precinct keys, I don't know.
Oh, a crank. There's always a crank.
Always thinking. Enjoy.
Alright. Oh, okay. One of those games. Escape from playtime. Yay! Easy skip. Easy, easy, easy skip for me. I love it when it's an easy skip like this. Because there's too many games anyway that I'm interested in, as it is.
A co-op survival horror game where you play as a crew of misfit toys.
Hit that wishlist button and tell your friends, because Escape from Playtime is coming soon. But with that, we've officially reached the end of the Gamescom showcase.
Mission accomplished. But guys, really, don't go anywhere. FGS Live from Gamescom is airing right after this, with even more exclusive trailers and premieres that you don't want to miss.
And the fun continues on August 30th for the FGS Best of Gamescom, where our editorial team is taking you onto the show floor for a debrief of the biggest news from the event.
And
okay.
Remember to head over to the official Future Games Show page to wishlist everything you saw from today's show. And you can also check out GamesRadar.com for all the follow-up intel. I'm Nick Apostolidis.
And I'm Angela Santalbano.
And this has been the Future Game Show at Gamescom 2026. Look at that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay, cool.
Peggy 18.
More trailers. Bolt Gun 2, yeah, this one already. This one's already out? No, oh no, it's coming out October 14th. Adeptas Sororitas, let's go. October 14th.
What a way to kick off the show. This is FGS live from Gamescom 2026.
Cool.
I'm Nathan, this is Jules, and
that was Bolt Gun 2. I'm sorry to interrupt there, Nathan, but I bloody love Warhammer, and I love the fact that we were able to bring you not one, not two, not four, but 3 reveals in one with that trailer. Bolt Gun 2 is coming out on October the 14th. It's got music by the legendary Mick Gordon, and we have just seen that Vashtor is making an appearance as a primary antagonist. It is going on my wish list, and it demands to be on yours as well.
There's plenty more where that came from, though. So over the next 30 minutes or so, we're going to bring you brand new trailers, gameplay deep dives, and world premieres that, no offense, you are simply not ready for.
You really are not, but we're still going to keep the action high right now by taking a look at a release date reveal for Blackwood.
This is a big city. The perfect set. Crowded, chaotic, concealed. Learn very early where to stand. When the light forgives, what it exposes. They call action, and I move. Because I know how scenes fall apart when no one takes control.
Man, you've always had a talent for dragging people into your mess.
We don't talk about your past much.
Nothing interesting there. The violence isn't the point. It's the choreography.
Bye-bye. Alright.
Blackwood Act 1 is coming to PC on September 16th, so wishlist it now. Tell you something, I'm always getting in fights at Subway.
You mean on the subway, right? Like in the game?
No, at Subway, the sandwich shop. It's something about all the bread.
Right, okay. Up next, it's time to go to the truly chaotic world of Crimson Moon, a game whose tagline sounds like trying to wake up an angry teenager. It's time to rise, violent ones!
Okay.
That was really nice. Well done, mate. Well done.
Alright. Oh, Crimson Blood. Yeah. This is the company / game where Alex now works at. Alex. From formerly Alex Gaming. Because I remember hearing his voice in one of the reveal trailers or presentations. Yep, September 1st.
A game so violent that peace itself had to take out a restraining order against it. That was Crimson Moon. And you and a friend can crush, stab, and obliterate everything in your path when the game comes to PS5, Xbox, and PC on September the 1st.
Now, from piles of bodies to a complete lack of them entirely, it's time to talk about Ravage, a new immersive sci-fi puzzler which asks you to find out what exactly happened to your missing crew members.
I don't care.
Where are they? Up there?
No, I don't care. No, I don't care. Horror type games, or like just okay. Maybe this isn't horror. Okay, maybe it's just mystery.
Vesta, an exoplanet capable of harboring humanity, was our new hope. My team and I were sent here to the Ares station to study it, but everything went wrong.
We only have a few hours of power left, and we have to expect another wave of phenomena. We need to find a way for everyone to live.
I only did this for the good of the mission.
Okay, it's a puzzle type game.
And you can trap yourself in the time loop that is Ravage when it releases on PC, PS5, Xbox Series S and X on September 22nd.
Now, Nathan, you know that thing that you wish for as you drift off to sleep every night?
Oh yeah, that someone would take the best level from Titanfall 2 and turn it into a full game.
Well...
has it happened?
This is Tempest Vitae. He's quite excited.
Hello, Alex. My name is Boris Oswald. I'm the one that left you a kicker lightly. I don't know how much you know. We are in the Theta Space Station, year 2185. Thea is no sanctuary. You've seen it. It's alive. And now the lawkeepers, they want what we made. They must not have it.
Okay, this actually looks more interesting.
Look for the remaining scientists. Vincent Hayes is their leader. Help them. He'll help you. It's not just the soldiers, Alex. This future is cruel. Doomed. You could be a trap yourself yet. What else is left?
Like, I'm...
You're listening to this, so please help us start over.
Tempus Vitae. Okay, this looks promising.
That was Tempus Vitae there, letting you hop between two of the darkest timelines possible. And fun fact, we actually saw this game 3 years ago in Brazil and have been desperate to bring it to you, so it's lovely to have it here on the showcase. So get a jump on the game when it releases in 2027 by adding it to your wish list now.
And tell you what, why not just head to the FGS Steam page and wishlist every single game we've covered so far? Show those devs some love. But next up, keeping with the sci-fi theme, we have Neon Abyss 2.
That one looked really good, though.
An exciting announcement.
It looks cute, but not for me. Not for me.
That's right, Neon Abyss 2 is coming out of early access very soon, so get ready to team up with friends, wield some truly mad weapons, and conquer the abyss.
But you know what, Nath? I think it's time that we too conquer our own fears. I think it's time that we gave the people at home a world premiere. So let's be brave little boys and set sail into the unknown.
We can do it!
Yay! I mean, it looks cute. We're under attack.
That was Matalot, a charming seafaring adventure where you take a mostly useless crew and whip them into shape. It's coming to Steam Early Access in 2027, so add it to your wish list now.
Now, as you can maybe tell, it's quite sunny here in Cologne, so while I apply suntan lotion to Jules' head like a plaster, why don't you enjoy these back-to-back trailers? Yeah, just soak them all in. Bring it to me.
You got a lot to work with.
Right.
Pawn, a tanuki with a good heart and a talent for doing things later.
Cute.
The Matsuri Festival is right around the corner. Let's just say it has seen better centuries. The pawn gets to work. A letter here, a package there, and a totally necessary backflip to top it off. Friends to make, games to play, activities to do, stories to share, and a little quiet pride in a job done just right. And our pawn, he's ready to make a difference. All it takes, one long summer to...
You go, little guy. You go, little guy, you can do it.
Tanuki Pawn Summer. Wish list now.
Welcome to Plane Airlines, rookie. Your new dream
consists of boarding passengers and attending to all their needs during the flight. Just make sure they're human, you know? Weird things can happen on the job, but the company insists you remain professional about it. Check for any abnormal features, behaviour, or conversation. If you do spot something, deal with it, because whatever goes down, whatever choice you make, you can't go back. You have to live with it. Because the company believes in ownership culture.
Mm-hmm.
That was Tanuki Pond Summer, Haunted Paws, and the truly creepy-looking night plane. Now, as somebody who's only recently gotten over their fear of flying, I don't think I'm quite ready for the fresh hell that was going on in that game, but you should wishlist all 3, and of course wishlist all of the other games featured in the showcases so far.
Of course. Now, I don't want to panic you even further, Jules, but the game we have coming up... Right, okay, that wasn't the scary part. The game we have coming up next is both a horror title and also a world premiere.
Mm-hmm. Ooh. Ooh.
Ever since I was little, always wanted to be like the girls on TV.
Why would you ever want that?
Secretly crazy?
Maybe, but that's why we're gonna stick together, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, okay. Easy skip for me. Not my cup of tea. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
If the Disney Channel made a Hannah Montana and Silent Hill crossover, it would look a little bit something like Sweet Tart, a new rom-com survival horror game set to come to Steam next year.
Now, in our next game, which is a co-op title, you have accidentally murdered somebody and need to work together with friends to hide the body. We are so cooked.
No, don't worry, no one will ever find the body we hid.
No. That's the name of the game, We Are So Cooked. The other, that's a dark secret that we can't have on camera.
Yeah, delete that last bit.
Yeah, we'll go.
Don't worry about it.
Welcome to Emperor Nero's, the safest luxury resort on the Las Vegas Strip.
Mm-hmm.
Another hotel advert. This better make my ex jealous. Stay in our world-famous Emperor Suite. Our staff are always happy to help. With 24-hour state-of-the-art surveillance. Hey, can I get another shot? Not tequila. The camera angle, you fool. Our canine concierge is always on patrol. Relax by the gorgeous pool. And try your luck on our casino floor. We are so cooked.
I don't understand this game.
I've actually stayed at this hotel room. Legally, I'm not allowed to say more.
Put your friendships to the ultimate test when We Are So Cooked launches on Steam October 15th, but you can wishlist it right now. And you know what I'm going to do right now?
What?
I'm going to leak our next world premiere.
No. We discussed this off camera. You can't do that. You cannot leak it. They'll find you.
They don't know nothing about me, man. I use a VPN.
Be that as it may, you can't leak our next world premiere because it's up right now.
Ribbit.
Show no mercy. Frog attack. Let's go. Save the pond. Yeah, frogs. Frogs, guys. Frogs. Take the frog seriously.
Amphibian is coming soon to PlayStation 5, Switch, PC, and Xbox, so get it on your wish list now so that you know exactly when it hatches. Do tadpoles hatch into frogs? Does that make sense?
Oh,
Yeah.
I don't actually know. I'll tell you what, we'll Google that, and while we do that, why don't you take a look at this next world premiere? Double trouble, mate.
Another one. Another one.
Put the VPN on. Put the VPN on.
Mm-hmm.
That was the world premiere of Prospera, a rather unique city builder in which you can play in the first or third person.
Build your city from the ground up and walk through its streets when Prospera comes to PC next year, with a console release planned for the near future.
Now, our next game sees you play as a zombified child who is accompanied by the cutest of companions.
Oh, like a dog?
No.
Oh, like a tiny little robot?
No. It's a severed arm. This is a part.
We need to talk about your definition of cute. No, we don't.
Yeah, there's nothing cute about this. This is just creepy. It makes no sense. Yeah, no, easy skip for me.
A part is coming soon to Steam, so get it on your wish list so you know exactly when you can get your unsevered arms on it.
Up next, we've got some back-to-back trailers for you that go in the following order. Medieval, Viking, and as a great man once said, space!
My favorite client.
Okay, what's this? Vikings dynasty, okay. Not for me. Not for me. I mean, I kind of knew this one's gonna be mostly like indie stuff because it was the same last time. But it's still nice to kind of see like what's on the horizon in some of the other genres. Get a feel for the industry, get a feel for like the indie scene as well.
That was Medieval Dynasty, Viking Dynasty, and Young Sons, all of which you can wishlist now by heading to the FGS Steam page.
Now, I'm going to introduce our next game using just 4 words.
Ooh, go on then.
Cyberpunk meets Cooking Mama.
I am so in.
This is Nivalis Nights.
Only the dreamers know how to wake up. And when they open their eyes, they're here in the real world. Did you ever have deja vu before? That you have lived this exact moment?
I'm going away, kid. But don't worry. You're taking over my old noodle bar. It's not much, but it's a start. Ava will look after you. She knows which docks have the best fish.
We should be getting a Nintendo Direct, I think, next month.
They say you die twice. Once when your heart stops, and once when you're forgotten. So, tell me, how will Nivalis remember you?
And you can cook up a cyberpunk storm when Nivalis Nights comes to Steam on the 29th of September.
Now, you might remember earlier this year that we saw the release of A Loft, which was a co-op sandbox survival title in which you explore tons of floating islands.
And we might have a reason why you will want to revisit those islands ASAP.
I mean, there's some stuff here, but nothing for me specifically. Nothing that we will be covering on the channel, at least. At least not so far. Did we? I think we did. Yeah, we did. We did put Tempus Vitae on the list. Well, I guess we did get one game out of it. The other stuff is stuff that we already seen before at other conventions and events.
That was the next major early access update for Aloft.
It brings a brand new open world for you to explore, as well as tons of additional updates.
And guess what? You can play it right now because it comes out today.
Oh, what am I still doing here then?
You're working, Jules.
Oh, yeah, fair.
Our next game starts out as a good old cleaning simulator until you find a submarine
Mm-hmm.
basement.
And while you at home try to figure out what that sentence means, take an exclusive look at Hoarder.
Are you satisfied with your work? Clean.
Mm.
Network. Upgrade. Burn.
Mm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Hoarder comes next year to Steam, PlayStation 5, Xbox Series S and X, and Switch 2. And let me tell you, it's an experience not to be missed.
Now up next, we have an exclusive developer interview with the minds behind Afterworld, a new strategy game that sees you build your Mad Max empire in the ruins of a post-apocalyptic North America.
You'd be my slave.
What was
Nothing,
that?
sorry. Roll VT.
What?
Friend.
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
You have no idea how beautiful America was. I believed in her promise, dreamt her dream, watched her fall. Out on the old roads, I saw her shatter into warring tribes. Survivors like your people. I know your kind. You think you'll survive and adapt. Reclaim the land. Rediscover the lost technology of the old world. Reunite her people through alliances.
This is the one that we saw yesterday as well.
Words fail. Might becomes the law.
Yeah. We saw this yesterday.
Ancient powers divide this land. And their might is far beyond the likes of you. So, will you kneel as my servant? Help me restore America, or burn as my foe.
We saw this yesterday, yeah. Afterworld, your empire from the ashes. Probably gonna give you a skip from me.
What are we building? Afterworld is a grand strategy game. It's set in a semi-procedural post-apocalyptic North America, and it's a world that wants you dead. The game starts simple. You just need to figure out how to survive, but then the world opens up. So you're going to be discovering new things. You're going to be going from a small set of survivors to a full tribe. You're going to be discovering technologies and factions and things like this. You're going to have to do some moral choices around that. You're going to have to place laws. You're going to have to develop a society that reflects what these choices are. So throughout the game, you're going to sort of define what kind of empire you are. You're going to be doing conquests. You're going to be painting the map, growing, at least until you start running into our biggest foes, which we call the ancient tyrants, which are these immortal warlords, essentially.
How immortal are we talking?
Pretty immortal. They've been around since before the apocalypse, so hundreds of years. Very powerful.
Okay, but hundreds of years have given them calm, rational outlooks on the world, I'm sure.
Uh-huh.
Not so much. There are ways for you to deal with them, though. You can both grow strong enough, of course, to challenge them, but also there are ways to deal with them internally. You can work under them and work your way up. So you can expect all the standard stuff from a Paradox GSG, which means multiplayer, both competitive and cooperative with your friends.
Yeah.
And we also have some of the most newest modding tools available for Afterworld as well. So you're going to be able to kind of turn the game into what you want to do as a modder as well.
When can we all play it?
So hopefully before the actual apocalypse happens. But for now, you can wishlist the game, and you can go and check out our dev diaries, where we're going to get into the nitty-gritty of both.
Okay, well, probably next year, essentially, is what you're saying.
Thank you so much for your time today, and thank you for not having me cannibalized by a ravenous horde of mutants.
much was a little? Just the leg.
Afterworld is coming soon to PC, and you can wishlist it now, and I recommend that you do, because the post-apocalypse doesn't look too friendly.
Now, Jules, have you ever taken your shoes off and thrown them at a person's head?
What do you mean?
No.
Like this?
Oh, sorry, ma'am.
That was the most fun I've had in years. That was amazing.
How about a video game that lets you do that again and again?
Oh, Game of the Year, my friend. Game of the Year.
This is Shoe It All with an exclusive release date reveal. Jules, not the camera, not the camera. No.
I mean, a cute little game, I guess. it's dumb, but it looks like it could be fun. Small but fun little game.
All comes to pretty much everything with a screen. Mobile stores, console, and PC on September 3rd.
Now, next up, we've got another release date reveal for you, this time for Wonderberg, a game that we absolutely adore here at FGS, as well as you too at home, seeing as it was one of the most downloaded and played games across Steam's Next Fest.
Jules, why don't you tell me about this game in a short sentence?
Oh, okay. Wonderberg is a game in which you play as a castle on wheels driving around into battle.
I love video games.
I know, it's the best.
Oh yeah, I saw this one. I remember this one. Where you make a moving fortress.
Wonderberg comes to early access on September the 8th. So
Silly game.
List right now, Squire.
What kind of license do you need to drive a castle?
I don't know, actually. A regular one, I think. Sweet. But unfortunately,
No, probably a truck one.
FGS live from Gamescom 2026.
Don't get excited about getting rid of us just yet, though, because we'll be back on Sunday, August 30th for FGS Best of Gamescom.
It's a show which takes you right to the Gamescom show floor and allows us to show off all of the announcements that have been made across the week, and also throw in some sneaky surprises as well.
But that's like literal days away. We've still got to finish this showcase. And according to the Geneva Convention, every video game showcase must legally end with one last thing.
Yes, and our legally mandated OLT takes the form of a psychological horror game that kind of feels like a sci-fi version of The Backrooms.
Oh, this is Black Walls. You enjoy that, and we shall see you on Sunday.
I will not. I will not enjoy it. I will not. I refuse to enjoy it. If it's horror, I will not. I deny your reality. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, the one last thing is over. What now? What will you do now? Whatever will we do? Thank you for watching. Bye-bye. I think that's it. Here for now. IGN. What does IGN have? Oh, I did miss the Xbox broadcast. Yeah, that seems like it probably more up our alley. Well, I won't say we missed it, but it was overlapping. I'm trying to remember, but I don't think there was anything that we really need to re-review here. I mean, they did cover a little bit of Clutch and Volcent, but yeah. There wasn't anything like super interesting here that I feel like I need to cover again. Review. Okay. We're gonna be skipping though this one because this one's 3 hours. I'm kind of interested to see. Don't care. This isn't the time for industry stuff. Too much. Mm-hmm.
These interactions can be quite magical. Naturally, no trip to Germany would be complete without a visit to the famous Autobahn. So, what are you waiting for? Explore Germany today. Auf Wiedersehen.
At Gamescom,
Okay. What's this?
Talismans give you passive bonuses that specialize you in the
Minecraft dungeons.
If you want to customize your playstyle, you equip these. You see that some of these have experience. So if you go up to one of the equipped ones, they level up with you. So as you play the game, as you invest more time into it, these talismans upgrade and become stronger. And for example, there is the Tasty Bone, which gives you a wolf companion that fights alongside.
Good, he's back. I'm very happy. And you can switch these in and out to match your playstyle, yeah?
Yeah.
I know that's a huge emphasis for you guys. Is again, when you go in to choose a character, you choose the design of a character rather than the class type that you.
Exactly. We have this idea that you are what you wear.
Oh, I love that, Mons. That's beautiful.
So Nathan is going to
Okay, well.
some of his loot at the blacksmith. Some of these have slightly lower item power, so if you just want to bring them up,
beef them up a bit.
And at the blacksmith, you can also like the gear spawns with random effects, and you can swap those out as you like. So you can spend this special currency called the Echo Shards to re-roll your.
Oh yeah, okay, we're skipping this.
So you can still grind for like the legendary style, like the look of the loot.
You are the last vanguard against. Oh, it's the defenders of. Huh? Oh, it's hard to do it alone. Then rise in Valhalla.
Co-op stuff.
Gather your brethren and fight together.
Chosen by Odin.
Well, it's a big year for Xbox.
Okay.
And so, it's as you said, it's a really exciting year here for Gamescom, and we have so much going on. You know, last night.
So take a look.
Let's go.
Okay, where wins meet update, I guess. Mm-hmm.
At last, I've got you.
It seems those fools let you slip away.
Why is there a female voice on the guy? I'm pretty sure that was a guy.
Last time you had a drunk. This time a cripple.
Last time, you ambushed us. We were outnumbered. Today, we set the trap.
knowing that the Lodestar Swordmaster wanted the black gold. How could I not be ready?
Probably is shapeshifter of something.
My only goal has been to find you. And to kill you myself!
After all this time, you've still learned nothing. Serving yourself up like this, what a tragic waste of poor Han's sacrifice.
Okay, she was a shapeshifter. Makes sense. Okay. I was confused why the female voice. I mean, cinematic. That's for sure. I mean, okay, cute. I don't want to spoil and stuff. Honestly, a game that I miss in terms of like just presentation and story overall, but I really wish they made it like a single player game or something, was Blade and Soul.
The Skyward City is moving. Artificers, what do you want? I see now.
You won't get away!
If we take flight, the black gold will destroy the city.
Gears of War fans.
Okay, cool.
Now, you obviously had opening night live last night. Had an incredible story trailer. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, letters
Ah.
from the campaign we haven't.
Gears of War E-Day.
Obviously, Brack at the beginning, but also our story is about you know, the origin story of Dom and Marcus and Bravo Squad. But there's so many more characters in our story, and
Yeah, army. So he's seasoned. He has.
Touch on, and you'll see this throughout the gameplay you're watching. It's like the destructible environment. It looks incredible.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, Gears has always had destructible cover in it. We've taken it to a few different steps here. You know, you see some larger buildings come down at different moments in the game, just to make you constantly realize that not only is the immediate area around you, having a battle in it, but the entire city. Whether it's a block away, you can hear gunfire, you see a building come down, you see a little block of a...
Right now, it's
I mean, it does look cool. I think that my problem with this one was timing, right?
modes like Horde Siege that are about
Yeah.
squads of 4 coming together. Of course, we've got PvP, which is 4v4. So all 4 games that, you know.
We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see.
Like this, a little bit more game. Specifically, the part opens up, said go new mechanic. That actually your own weapon. I got run. Well, it's a variety of mods, and some of them do little tweaks to the weapon.
What other games are they covering?
Size or your range, so you can just tweak it to your preference. But some of them.
What's this one?
This shows up in so many different ways. That has TVs that have dynamic.
Oh yeah, it's just you're talking about technology.
But don't watch them too long; they'll blow up on you.
It's really noticeable on the muzzle flashes on our guns as you get this burst of flashing light and all the shadows that get cast off it. And we can have dynamic lights that sort of flicker. You can build this sense of tension been able to do before.
Real-time reflections is something that's very cool for us.
Real-time ray traced reflections and translucency.
I mean, this is all cool, but honestly, most of the time people don't care about this kind of stuff, and also it just takes up too many resources.
Brings the dark, gritty vibe that we want to life in the game, and really adds a level of realism and cohesiveness that's never been possible for us before.
And on our ultra spec or our ludicrous spec PC settings, we push ray tracing even farther with higher ray trace samples, more rays, but also RTX mega geometry.
We're going to be the first Unreal Engine title to show RTX mega geometry in our game. This is really exciting because we're a very nanite-heavy title, but there's always been a bit of a discrepancy between what's available for us to happen at raster and what's available for us to happen when we're ray tracing. Mega geometry allows us to use the same level of detail that we're using for nanite as our ray tracing basis.
It pushes the visual ray trace scene to a higher level than we can achieve with Unreal Engine's technologies out of the box. You see some of the examples of foliage or shadow detail that is just crisper and has more fine detail in that shadow.
You definitely get a lot more detail in a lot of the rock surfaces. They look just a lot sharper and a lot more correct. And as well, things like barbed wire, things that were just not possible to represent with the amount of triangles that we had available to us, all of a sudden look really nice.
Our environments are incredibly dense. We have 4 times the geometric detail in our game than anywhere else. And being able to work with NVIDIA and bring mega geometry to this game really is going to show what games are going to look like in the future.
Yeah, okay.
DLSS and other super sampling techniques really allow us as a developer to perform more advanced graphics techniques that just wouldn't be possible to do if we were working at full resolution. It's something that allows you to take a lower res image and then using machine learning is able to upsample that to a larger image without really sacrificing the quality.
We also support dynamic multi-frame generation, allowing you to...
Yeah, okay, whatever. I don't care about all this buzz talk, buzzwords.
We doing here? So you play as an engineer who's been called into an off-world colony. The colony's gone dark. There's no sig discovered like entity of your
Further that.
So instead of doing traditional objectives, we're told exactly what to do. So the player has to be observant. They have to engage with the environment, piece together clues that kind of frame them as a detective figuring out how to solve this stuff.
Very interesting.
That just scared me. I was not expecting the ceiling to collapse.
Well, good. Yeah.
But I was just having a look at the HUD, right? And like stuff is popping up on the HUD all the time. Can you tell us a bit about that and like what players can see on the screen?
Sure. Well, we want to give you lots of anticipation before a fight kicks off, because as you're exploring, you know, you're making... Yeah. So the player here has been poking around, attracting attention, and that's spawned some enemies because they heard the sound and they came to take out the player. Yeah. So there's a balance, there's a tension between scavenging for resources and trying to understand the situation, but you're going to be attracting attention to yourself, so that, you know, the fight might get worse.
Is that risk versus reward all the time? You're like, actually, do I have enough, or should I just go straight for the objective?
Exactly that, yeah.
We saw a couple of different shady-looking guys there as well. Have they got different names? What kind of different...
Gutlers, the game.
Alright.
And they're all very kind of grounded, real-world weapons, because we felt like that kind of... That suit the...
Okay.
...of this epic franchise drops next year. So take a look.
Show me Persona. I only played this game and finished it twice. What's the third time?
Compared to the big city, but there is that certain something you can't get anywhere else.
Bring you more details about the incident in Inaba, a small town shrouded in fog.
The nicest thing about this town has been the peace and quiet, and now we're gonna be the center of attention.
Police are treating this as part of a serial murder case.
You ever heard of the Midnight Channel?
The Midnight Channel.
On a rainy night, you look into a TV that's turned off. When the clock strikes 12, someone else will appear on screen.
Really? An urban legend. Not even a kid would believe something that stupid.
I am thou. Thou art I. Izanagi!
And there's nothing about you that I don't know. I don't believe you. You're not me! Doesn't it seem like that world in the TV has to be related to Senpai and Yamano's deaths?
Dun, 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 dun.
We're getting to the bottom of it.
This was the game that made me purchase a Vita back in the day.
皆さんこんにちは。ペルソナスタジオゼネラルプロデューサーの和田和久です。先ほどご覧いただいたストーリートレーラーでは、ペルソナ4リバイバルの新たな姿をご紹介しました。本作は静かな地方都市を舞台に連続殺人事件とそこで次第に明らかになっていく隠された真実を追い求める物語です。しかしペルソナ4は単に事件の真相を追うだけの作品ではありません。その根底にあるのは人と人とのつながり、自分自身についての真実を見つけていくこと、そしてそうした絆の中で紡がれていく人間ドラマを描いた物語です。
Someone in town is definitely kidnapping people and throwing them into the TV.
これらの対比こそがペルソナ4を特別な作品にしています。
Yep.
明るく青春に満ち、思わず笑みがこぼれるような親しみやすさや人との距離を
Big bro
感じたかと思えば、次の瞬間には不穏な空気に包まれることもあります。稲葉の温かな日常があるからこそ事件の謎はより強く心に迫ります。そしてその事件を取り巻く闇が深いからこそ仲間と過ごす何気ない日々がよりかけがえのないものとして感じられるのです。シリーズ未経験の方にとっても本作はペルソナというシリーズを最も象徴的に体験できる作品の一つです。地方都市で高校生活を送り、人々との出会い、関係を築きながら一日一日をどのように過ごすかを選択していく。そして日常の裏側にはテレビの中に広がるもう一つの世界が存在しています。そこで仲間との絆が力となって、自らを支える大きな武器となります。
Trust me, we know you can push your limits.
日常と非日常を行き来するこの構造はですね、ペルソナシリーズの核となる要素です。そしてペルソナ4ではその体験がさらに深い謎と結びついています。
It's the picture we took the other day with all the other part-timers.
この物語が描いているのは人が心の奥に隠しているもの、目を背け続けているもの、そしていつか隠し続けることのできなくなった真実と向き合う瞬間です。こうしたテーマこそが今なお多くの方々に愛され続けている理由の一つだと思います。開発を始めるにあたって私たちが最も大切にしたことの一つはオリジナル版で多くの方が感じてくれたあの空気感を守ることでした。静かな田舎町稲葉の佇まい、仲間たちとの何気ない会話が紡ぐ穏やかな日常、そして少しずつ真相へ迫っていくミステリーらしい緊張感、そうした要素こそがペルソナ4の核となるものです。だからこそ私たちはその魅力の本質を大切に受け継ぎながら現代の技術や表現によって当時感じていただいた体験をもう一度味わっていただけるよう一つ一つ丁寧に再構築しました。同時に本作は単なるリマスターではなく完全なリメイク作品です。リマスターがオリジナルの魅力をそのまま現代に届けるものだとすれば、リメイクはその魅力を受け継ぎながら現代のプレイヤーにふさわしい体験として新たに蘇らせるものと言えるでしょう。私たちが目指したのはペルソナ4ならではの魅力を大切に守りながら現代のペルソナシリーズが持つ表現力や遊びやすさによって本作を新たに蘇らせることでした。そのため、ゲームプレイそのものも現代のプレイヤーに合わせて進化させています。ユーザーインターフェースの改善やバトルテンポの最適化、ダンジョン探索の快適性向上など
ゲーム全体をよりスムーズで遊びやすいものへと磨き上げました。初めて稲葉を訪れる人にも、久しぶりにこの街へ帰ってくる人にも、自然とこの世界に引き込まれるような体験をお届けしたいと考えています。またキャラクター表現にも徹底的にこだわりました。ペルソナ4においてドラマチックなシーンだけでなく、仲間たちと過ごす何気ない日常も非常に重要な要素。仲間同士の他愛ない会話、少し気まずさを感じるやりとり、そして突然訪れる緊張や恐怖、そうしたさまざまな感情の移り変わりをより自然に、より身近に感じていただけるよう一つ一つ。
Yeah, this game is really good. It has a special place in my heart. Although I think if I do play it on stream this time around, I'm gonna play it in JP. Last time I played it with the English VA, just because everybody was playing with that kind of thing. So I was like, I got used to it. But this time I think I'm gonna play it with JP or VA. Like I played Persona 3, 4, and 5 all in English, but I think I'll play it in JP this time.
作品の空気感を生み出し、物語を彩り、プレイヤーの皆さんの記憶に残るペルソナを語る上で欠かせない存在です。中でもペルソナ4は音楽も多くの皆さんに愛されました。だからこそその魅力を損なうことなく、オリジナル版への敬意を大切にしながらサウンド制作に取り組みました。原作楽曲の魅力を受け継ぎながら、ボーカル曲やバトル曲をはじめ全楽曲を現代の表現に合わせて丁寧にリファインしています。さらに本作のために数多くの新曲も制作しました。懐かしさと新しさ、そのどちらも感じていただけるサウンドをお楽しみいただければと思います。
Man, just hearing the soundtrack and some new songs here and there.
さて、ペルソナ4リバイバルについてご紹介してきましたが、いかがでしたでしょうか。今後さらに多くの情報をお届けできることを我々ペルソナチーム一同楽しみにしています。最後になりますが、本作がペルソナシリーズを初めて遊ぶ方には一条と一条が工作するペルソナならではの魅力を増すことなく体験していただけると思っています。そしてすでに稲葉市をよく知っている皆さんにも、知り尽くしていると思ってたこの街にですね、まだまだ新たな発見や驚きが待っていることを感じていただけるはずです。
That's nice.
ぜひペルソナ4リバイバルで霧に隠されたその真実を確かめてみてください。
Nice. Nice.
Now, there are few games more synonymous with beautiful environments, immersive puzzles, and fluid combat than Tomb Raider.
And culture, but also we bring, it's a game, so we want to make it fun and beautiful.
Yeah, it's really. When we dove into it, we're like, okay, the cog puzzle is such an iconic part of that game. I'm going to say iconic a lot because we are dealing with an icon.
Yeah.
So, but let's say they're memorable water cooler moments that people remember so well. But in a modern gaming sense, like we have an ability to create a higher believability sense of immersion. And so when we really kind of step back and we look at it for what it is and how we try to make the gameplay feel naturally seated and believable in the world, but just slightly out of place, like why does this exist?
Yeah.
It sparks a feeling of curiosity. And curiosity combined with exploration is like what Tomb Raider is at a core. And so we get it on screen and we hopefully make people happy with it.
Yeah, but also when you look at the puzzle, like wanted to make a sense why it's there, so we created a whole narration around it. Like we created this culture that has this ceremony of bringing the cogs together to open the gate to Tomb of Qualopec. So it was really fun to just build you the whole structures and logic and the whole system, why it would be there and how it works.
Like here's a
It does look pretty nice.
on display. Like Lara gets a beautiful pencil dive into the water after dislodging the roots. But,
10 all round, by the way.
Oh, awesome. But along the way, she's like, wait a minute, I see something out of the corner of my eye. The player drives in and they come into this new space. You may have never missed this unless you took, or you may never seen it if you had not taken a chance to actually just look around for a beat.
I mean, speaking about looking around, is there maybe particular details that you guys are really proud of, or?
I don't want to break this immersion, so I wanted to build everything with the logic. So everything, all the mechanisms, all the puzzles, they need to be there for a reason. And me and our team, like, we really work really hard to make sure that every single puzzle, every single obstacle that Lara meets, it makes sense. So, like, when you dive deep into the environment, into the world that we are playing, it's there
Okay.
to build it, not because the game requires it to.
And we don't want the environment to feel like it's a heritage site. I mean, we're in the wild. This is a lost city, lost to time that we are discovering. And as a result, we have the opportunity to kind of do some storytelling tricks where we can actually say, hey, this is a culture that evolved in isolation for a while. So how do you preserve what we know about Incan culture, but at the same time, give it a uniqueness to say, hey, it's unmistakably Tomb Raider, but it's that way because they just evolved in isolation for a while.
Yeah.
And when you play the game, you're going to find out why.
Yeah.
Sick. And then you can have a lot of fun with the overgrown aesthetic, as well as obviously some of the dirt that Lara's picked up as she's traversing through these environments. That's sick.
Yeah, I mean, that's a part of just making sure that the environment feels like you are the person who discovered the first.
Okay, so you gotta go find another wheel next.
That's how it feels as well.
Yeah, and Lara's she's not a delicate flower. She looks good, but she is going to get her hands dirty. She's going to dig in.
Heck yeah.
She's going to go in and she's going to follow her instincts, similar to how she's doing here. She's like, I need that cog to get that puzzle moving. You're going to that is on full.
Love that. Neither for me is go a little.
You know that.
It does look very, very nice for sure.
It's new preserve, like giving her gear items that will ability get into combat.
Yeah, but just going back to the scanner thing, like you can use a scanner if you are a fan and just want to, like Jeff said, dig deep into the lore. You can scan things and find out more, but you can also use the scanner as a clue to the puzzles.
It's trying to be sensitive to the players because there are those that want to have this full breadth of systems, but we also have our hardcore players that are like, I want 2 pistols and no help.
Following their lead.
Okay.
That's why we co-develop it together. We knew that they were also fans of the game. I think Maddie is actually one of the designers on the yeah. So like we've got a designer on the team who literally used to make Tomb Raider levels for fun. Yeah. And he's really well known in the community. So these are real fans that are making the game. Wow. But at the same time, we're also,
that's cool.
We have a luxury of very talented developers who ask the right questions, who push in the right places to make sure we get really cool stuff that's fun to play on screen.
I'm gonna kick it.
Whole process unfold over the last
Yeah, I'm gonna kick it. Figured.
As a developer.
I bet. That's so special. That's so cool. What we're seeing here is Lara movement in full a little bit in like
it feels familiar. We hope that you can pick up the sticks and you're like, wow, this is like putting on an old pair of shoes that are super comfortable. Help navigate the world such as Gate, original intent.
Very cool.
But that cog puzzle, I mean, she basically knew she needed to find it. She used her instinct. She moved upwards through this beautiful little pocket. Things is unknown.
Oh my.
This beautiful.
Incredible.
To explore.
Okay. I mean, it does look nice. I'm intrigued.
Some slightly different skill attributes if you want to equip her in a certain way to help meet challenges as you know.
A little bit old school,
yeah. In a tomb 10,000 years old, has lucky that there's a first aid kit here.
What do you mean? They're not there all the time?
No.
What the heck?
So we were like, how do we make this still feel like Tomb Raider, but at the same time, like, not break immersion? And so that's where like crafting is a perfect add-on addition to it. It lets her scavenge the world for resources, use her knowledge and her ability to craft something useful. And on top of that, she can use recipes to provide certain gameplay buffs that are going to help give her short-term
if you want to,
advantages.
you don't have to. And you can just play the old school way, dual pistol all the way through with.
Okay. Yeah, it does look pretty sweet, honestly. The dinosaurs, the dinos. Okay, next was the guy. And then we had Warlock, I don't care. Alright, there was some Mega Man gameplay as well. Mega Man.
Yeah, so some strategy will be involved, of course, in the use of the shield.
Also, something to point out is like when damaging the enemies, we're seeing a lot of that like graphical effects to those, aren't we?
Yeah, but 敵にはダメージを与えるときにはその傷がついたりマークがつきます。
うん。
はい。だんだん黒くなっていくというか、ちょっと焦げが発生して、はい、ダメージ表現が分かりやすくなっています。
Yeah, so with each enemy, as you damage them more and more, you'll start to see them kind of develop damage and scars and that sort of thing. And as they become darker, it's clear that they're getting closer to being killed.
Okay, amazing. So as we progress through the level as well, we're noticing a lot of familiar enemies from that people will recognize from the previous games. Right, can you tell us a little bit about that and how you balanced it in this game?
はい、ステージが進行につれて、馴染みの敵と新規の敵が登場する。バランス取るにはどのように
This is the stage for the new character enemy that they showed in the trailer.
結構なんていうんですかね、配置の位置でかなり攻略が難しくなるような敵もすごくたくさんいるんで、それをバランスよくセットするのが大事だと思ってます。
Yeah, so when it comes to enemies, of course, having a bit of a familiar face allows fans to have a little bit of nostalgia with the gameplay, and then introducing new enemies and whatnot will add a different level of challenge to it. So it's a good opportunity for fans to really kind of have that love of the series and some new stuff to experience and bring some challenges to the game.
I mean, it looks good.
We got to talk about new things about the game, the dual override system. Can you tell us a little bit about that in the top corner?
はい、で新規要素について話してるんだけど、オーバーライドについての説明少しでもいただけます？
はい、わかりました。ではまず実際に使ってみますね。ちょっとお待ちくださいね。
Alright, we'll use it in just a second.
すでに今の時点でオーバーライドゲージは溜まってます。
Alright, so at present, the override gauge is still building up.
敵を倒したり、ダメージを受けたり、いろいろな能動的な行動でゲージが溜まっていきます。
And the override gauge will build up in a variety of ways, taking damage, damaging enemies, and whatnot.
How many times can you? Oh, here we go.
There we go, override.
では、オーバーライドをして強化した状態でかっこよく敵を倒したいと思います。
Alright, so once the override is activated, you'll actually become more powerful, and you'll be able to unleash some really cool-looking attacks, like we've seen here on the
Destroyed. Amazing, and that's our first level stage complete.
Twinkle Girl Area 1.
Now, one thing as well, with that override system, how many times are they able to charge it?
でそのオーバーライドのゲージは、何回まで蓄積できます？
一定量、敵を倒したりすると、段階的にゲージが上がっていって、3段階が、最強のオーバーライド状態になります。
So the override gauge has 3 phases to it, and
Okay.
as you hit each of those kind of levels, you'll be able to build it up for stronger attacks as you go. So once you get that third tier, it's pretty powerful.
Yeah, as we just saw, it just destroyed them. So we're going to try the second chip now, aren't we?
はい、じゃあ2つ目のチップ使います。Yes.
今回攻撃タイプ、火力重視のチップを選びます。
Alright, this time around we're going to be doing more of an offensive chip. It's called the weapon chip.
Okay, let's first area.
で、ウェポンチップとシールチップの違いは何でしょうか？
まずこれオートガードです。オートチャージです。
So one big difference that players will notice is that once you have the weapon chip equipped, you'll be able to charge automatically rather than holding down the attack button.
通常はこうボタンを押さないとチャージできないんですけども、自動的にチャージされるので、ロックマンのアクションに集中しやすくなります。
Yeah, so when you're playing normally, you'd have to hold that attack button down to be able to charge your Mega Buster, but now that it's done automatically for you, you're able to focus a little bit more on Mega Man's movements and attacks.
Okay, amazing. And like,
Okay.
As you just said there, what would be a reason for a player to choose this chip over the defensive chip?
はい。で、シールドチップよりも、ウェポンチップを選択する理由は何かございます？
やっぱり
More aggression.
どんどん敵を倒していきたいという人に向いていると思います。
Yeah, there are some players who like to take down enemies pretty quickly, so the weapon chip is really good for those who are more of an offensive type player.
Okay, brilliant.
じゃあ次は特殊武器をお見せしたいと思います。
Also, we're going to do a quick introduction to a special weapon that is available to players in the game.
Oh.
特殊武器を使うと敵を吹っ飛ばして画面外に弾き飛ばすことが。
So with that special weapon, you can actually cause enemies to go flying off of their platforms and whatnot too.
Will players have a lot of other weapons to be able to have access to them?
でその水上のロックバスターに加えて、特別な武器いくつかあります。
通常のロックバスターに加えて
かなりありますよね。
あ、そうですね。はい、たくさんあります。
Yeah, there will be quite a few other weapons available to players outside of the standard Mega Buster.
And how are players going to...
Can I not use the special anymore? Because it doesn't look like you're charging. Oh, there's a smile cooldown. I guess after using it. You cannot start charging it immediately. I think.
I've also noticed, as you've just collected it, these screws. What are they for, and how are players going to use them?
Collectibles.
ネジを貯めるとショップでチップを購入することができます。
So as players progress through the game and they collect various chips, they can actually use them to purchase additional chips throughout their gameplay experience.
Okay, amazing.
なのでネジはどんどん貯めていって自分をロックマンをどんどん強化していくことが攻略の鍵となります。
So one cool strategy about that is the more screws you collect, the more powerful Mega Man will become. So we recommend doing your best to collect them and powering up as you play.
この先に強敵が待ち受けています。
はい、we're gonna. Go ahead.
Oh no, I was just gonna say we've just come to this checkpoint, right? Which allows players.
Oh, is this the boss fight?
How have you balanced that? But I think we'll go to this because this is Astro Man, right? It's returning. I know so many people are excited about this. Can you tell us more?
Yeah. So, Astro Man 復活しますよね。それについて少しでも語っていただけます？
ロックマンのファンに呼んでもらおうと思って。過去作からボスを復活させてます。他のボスも登場しますので、復活しますので楽しみにしてください。
Alright. So as a fan service to series of the Mega Man series, we've brought back a variety of robots, robot masters. Astro Man is one of them, but there will be others besides him. So get excited.
I love seeing some of these like kind of battles that you see.
このような戦略見るのは楽しいですね。
初めのボスと違って2番目のボスなので、ちょっと歯ごたえのある難易度になっています。それがすごく難しいです。これを避けるのが。
Yeah, so compared to the boss in the first area, Astro Man, the boss for the second area, so it'll be a little bit more difficult than the boss we fought earlier.
So close!
That was close, yeah.
The shield chip would have come in handy there.
やっぱりシールチップ使えばよかったかも。
まあそうですけども、僕は。
That's a show.
Do it. It's one of the things that is hard to talk and play.
もうちょっと無口にダメージ食らってしまいますね。やばいですね。
Truth be told, Eco Director is a lot better than what you're seeing right here, but it is again tricky for him to play and talk at the same time.
Oh.
Okay.
Activating that override.
さあ、オーバーライド発動ですね。
これでなんとか倒したいですが。
So close.
まだしない。まだですまだ。
Area で、Let's give a quick overview about her as we're playing through.
でチップは一番下のチップを使うんですけども、これは何も強化チップをつけてない状態のロックマンとなります。
And for this area, we're going to be using the third chip in this option here, which is to call in Rush, but it won't add any sort of power-ups to Mega Man's.
One thing to ask as well, why was it important to evolve the Robot Master stage design for the latest entry in the series?
That looks nice.
And how do you balance the challenge that players are going to
That looks pretty good.
having those conveniences like checkpoints?
What was this?
You made the stream, there you go, the dev kit. So to start a drift stack, all we need to do is drive through the gantry and away we go. It's all about setting the highest drift score on one lap and then trying your hardest to beat it every single time.
Nice.
Yeah, okay.
Taste of it right here.
Here we go.
Oh yeah, I see the score going up. I see the score going up.
And then, okay, first thing we noticed as well is those blue boxes on the floor aren't normally there. What are those?
Yeah, so they are clipping zones.
Okay.
So right now, Will is getting a drift score, and if you're drifting within the sort of blue lanes there, it will actually increase your score.
Oh yes, I can see the multiplier at the bottom. Nice.
Yes, you get a times 2 multiplier. The way that works is kind of for 2 reasons. One of them is it's to kind of reward those players who are really good at the game, but also they've been strategically placed for sort of the best drifting line. So it's there to sort of encourage where you should be kind of getting your angles
Bit of
and how you should be
education, bit of accessibility.
Yeah, bit of education, and obviously number go up is always good fun.
It is.
It's always good fun. So right now, Will has locked in the score. What have you got? You got 158,000.
Okay.
Very
is that
respectable.
Is it respectable?
I say it's modest.
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 You're gonna take that?
We can do better. I think we can do better.
Okay, let's get another run real quick.
Yeah.
And they look like collection journal entries.
Hmm.
Yes. So we have actually expanded the campaign with Drift Attack as well, and we'll show that in a bit with our collection channel. Absolutely.
I'm excited.
And a key thing about this is it's all in the shared world, so you're not loading out, you're not instancing out into another space. We wanted to make it as frictionless as and you'll be put on a leaderboard with them as well.
Beautiful.
And it's how we kind of wanted that competition to be more opt-in, so you can rock up and you can just drift for as long as you like.
A scotch better. A scotch. I did see the leaderboards on the side as well.
Yes, the Emerald leaderboards. Yeah, so this is all very similar to Time Attack, really. So the Emerald leaderboards you see, we'll go drive to them now.
How are Gamescom doing?
How are Gamescom doing? Well, we're not. Okay.
229k. Okay.
Whoever was 2 Forza Gamescom 6, whoever that was, they got the best score. So this is your friends on.
You said it's a beautiful.
Left behind. This is.
That was quite cool. Was the similar to Time Attack? You got kind of splits.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So you know which segments you're kind of improving.
What you need to work on.
Absolutely.
Nice.
Yeah. You kind of see if you're doing better.
Here we go. Go on, Will.
Yeah.
There we go. It's working.
He's beginning to believe.
Can I just say, by the way, the collection journals, I've not had a chance to speak to you since. I love them. I'm hooked. I'm a tick box list kind of gal.
I love that.
And knowing what to go in and having some sort of direction is so helpful. So you mentioned that Drift Attack has its own element within the journal, right?
It does. Let's take a look.
So Drift Attack's permanent new mode, as we've said. So integrated into the collection journal on the Horizon Festival campaign. So once you get your yellow wristband, you'll have unlocked it at the Shimano Yama circuit, and you can take part. So it's got a whole new category for Drift Attack.
Beautiful.
With its own collection items. Similar to Time Attack, you'll get them for completing laps, but instead of PI classes, we've kind of focused on different car buckets that make sense for drift. So you've got drift cars, sports cars, retro super saloons.
I think that adds an element of like.
In terms of that, people want a brand new Forza edition, the Jaguar XJS Forza edition. So this is our first post-launch new Forza edition, similar to the ones we did for driving throughout the
Well done. We'll confirm you've done all right with that. Can we get closer to it? Learn what's so special about it?
Traditions are like I look at my Maz, like when you're looking at it in first person, there's the coffee cup, and it's the details unreal.
Playground drift scene to it. So they've got these amazing decals like this. The unit cat.
I mean, it's cute.
Reduce weight on the car. Go to the rear of the car and take the back kind of boot off. We'll see the inside as well, where they've got these massive kind of air vents for the drift internals, so that to keep the car cool when it's hitting the limiter all the time. And even like the detail, you can see these kind of metal blocks at the edges, which is where the rear wing mounts onto. So it's kind of like that attention to detail again there. You can see like where it kind of cuts in.
Love it.
If we have a look at the interior as well.
By the way, if you guys need like a Charlie edition horn for the car, it being a Jaguar, it could be like a or something, right?
Yeah, maybe.
Should we try and get it in? Maybe.
Silence is a great reaction.
Get it in.
Okay.
One of my favorite things about this is that the vehicle art team, they sort of set themselves a challenge to make this pass an MOT and be road legal.
September, so super soon. Always live in the country.
Not go badly.
I would love it. Can you imagine if it broke like
This is the Lego cars they just introduced.
version of these cars with a sort of replica livery that looks very similar to these cars you see here. They look very cool. And they look all
them down. Henry.
All right, with 7 super out the front, and we look forward to kind of talking about that more nearer the time, but something for players to look forward to there as well.
Hell yeah.
You guys have been cooking. Honestly.
I wonder what kind of collaboration that is. Like, what's the benefit? Like, what are you introducing with a 7-Eleven? Like, beyond just decoration in the world.
You'll be absolutely be able to do that as well.
I've taken out way too tight.
Henry.
Oh no. Have we left damage on? No, we're good. We're good.
You're good. You're good.
Yeah. Did you like how I changed the camera while I was driving?
Yeah, really cinematic, Henry. Are you trying to distract us from the gameplay?
No.
No?
Hey, what's over there? I don't
know. Point.
Mm-hmm.
I do need to be in there.
Go on, you can do it.
I'm going to be cheeky here.
Henry,
he's done it. He's done
stop milking it.
You're trying to min-max it. You're trying to min-max it.
We'll go backwards over
You're
it.
going to fail it.
You're going to fail it.
You're going to fail it. Time out.
And on that, truly the thing of...
Okay. This is Owlcats, right? Yeah. Divas. Catachin Jungle Fighter. Cog.
damage to the surface layers of the skin. Apparent loss of integrity in some of the smaller bones.
The heresy of pride.
Mm-hmm.
One to believe in one's own exception.
Sanctioned Psyker.
Heresy of consort.
Expect me to object, Otvaka.
Clutantras.
Part of the tick vein.
You have guessed my race, but I am no foe to you or your tribe.
Eldari Corsair. Surprised that they are actually working together. Dark Heresy too.
And I'm here crew of blue-collar working dogs who are lost in space and trying to find their way home.
Okay, I wanted to see what are the abilities for these dogs, because yeah, dig a hole and bury a proximity mine for unsuspecting visitors. Okay, throw a disc and chase it down before it lands. I guess it's kind of like a movement speed buff. Play dead, drop to the ground and trick nearby enemies into ignoring. Yeah, we saw this in the trailer. Send nearby enemies flying with your powerful voice. Zoomies, lead the pack, letting nearby teammates keep pace. Okay. So she runs fast.
Starts aboard the mining ship, where the crew gathers before heading out. From here, we'll pick a job and launch the mission. Once we're inside, everything starts from the collector. This is our dropship, and it's the center of our that allows it. The first thing we want to build is the fabricator. This is a factory in a box that allows us to produce build kits for our turrets and other infrastructure. Every Gravhound is equipped with a grav beam. This can be used to collect resources, build defensive infrastructure, and even manage the local wildlife. Some resources are extremely volatile, which can come in handy if used correctly. Collecting resources earns us build credits, which can be spent to expand our operation. Okay, with defenses in place, we can move on to our main job.
Yeah, okay. I mean, it's kind of cute.
And they can be promoted to more powerful, specialized variants. Words that increase our combat effectiveness. And if somebody misses a beat, they get a second chance, assuming their friends cooperate. Okay, once we survive the wave, the it's too heavy for one Gravhound, so the crew has to work together to get it back, while everything in the world is still trying to kill us. Once we secured the artifact, we can prep the ship for launch.
Okay, that's good. And then you have a defense, one more defense.
And head back to the mining ship. Once we're back, we'll regroup, spend some time upgrading our stuff, and then choose our next destination. Opportunities for towns is coming.
That's cute.
Thank you for asking. Having a great time at Gamescom. I'm upset that I haven't.
What was this, Fable? Yeah, more Fable news preview.
This guy is actually my husband. That's Elliot. So I've been to Burstone before, and we got married. This is where we live. This is a house. All the buildings in the city, and indeed the game, you can go inside. They all have fully realized interiors, the design, the level of detail is just incredible. We live here, Elliot and I, with our daughter Daisy, who's just round the corner here.
Oh, congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Oh.
Yeah, we're going to leave our father to deal with that question.
Probably. That's easier. The interior is absolutely gorgeous, Ralph.
Yeah, incredible work from our artists, incredible work from our technicians. A really, really beautiful game, and very varied within Burstone. We're going to see a variety of different parts of the city, which will all reflect the different statuses of the people who live here.
Gorgeous. Wow. So whereabouts are we headed off to? What is our hero up to on this journey?
Well, quick story recap. What has brought us here is obviously that sad for the trouble.
Yeah, I don't care too much about the story because I don't want to spoil stuff. I just want to see some like active gameplay in terms of like inventory management, skills, stuff like that.
Mother?
Can I get a large beer, please? Thank you.
A large beer. Right. This will do.
I'll just throw it in his face.
Obviously, you can choose to throw it over him or just hand it over. We've been asking the crowd in the theatre what they think. Just generally throw it over him.
Interesting.
So I think that's what we go for here.
Oh, you took your bloody All right. Hero. Yeah. Yeah, of course you are.
I need your help.
Now I'm finished. Guild's closed.
My nan used to tell stories about you. She
Your
said...
nan? If you're some kind of mega fan, I think I've still got some merch out the back. Got shields with my face on. Sort of tabard things.
She's trapped.
Clearly he doesn't care.
My whole village. There was a woman in red. She could have been a hero or...
You're a hero. You'll work it out.
And what about you? You're being evicted. You gonna tell me what happened?
I mean, I'm not particularly proud of it, but I ran up a few debts. I don't like to talk about that. I reached out to a local sculptor in town, commissioned him to capture my image in a raw and marble. Anyway, I don't know what I did wrong, but guys wouldn't pay me in the end. I did what anyone would do, and I went down to Ronnie's place.
You lost the Heroes Guild on a bet. It's fine. I'll get it back. And your gold.
You're not listening. I meant what I said. I'm done.
I'm not doing it for you.
Well then, oh Humphrey.
Yeah, they say never meet your heroes, right?
Yeah. Quite literally.
So we saw a choice there. Obviously, that's not a massive choice in the scheme of things, but it does result in a reputation. Humphrey now thinks you're an arsehole.
What can you do?
It's fair.
Yeah, you throw a beer.
You will have millions of little choices like that, and they will scale up in importance and repercussions throughout the game, culminating right at the end of the game in some really earth-shattering, permanent decisions you'll have to make, which will change the face of the world forever.
Okay, wow. I don't know if I'm ready for those. I take a lot of time deciding if I want tea or coffee, so we'll find out about how I get on there. Going back a wee bit of the cutscene.
I mean, this is definitely one of the best showings of Fable so far. I'll give it that.
Where did this idea of the cutaways and the talking heads come from for the interviews within the gameplay? It's so interesting and gives us like a real insight into some of the more important characters. I'm really curious.
It does, and I think it's something that we haven't really seen in video games before. We're super familiar with it, I guess, from like TV. You know, The Office did it, and Parks and Recreation did it, and lots of great shows like that have done it. The interesting thing about this is it actually stems way back from our pre-production phase when we were trying to figure out how to go and shoot cinematics like that. You know, from directing our actors and doing the performance capture and the rendering that's required of hair and eyes and all that kind of good stuff. Really, just to prove out that pipeline, we recorded two speeches by two of our actors, which they did to camera. Really just because we wanted to study the face and see how it moved and all that kind of good stuff. And we really loved the effect it had, that sort of almost mock interview effect. And it does exactly what you observed there. It gives you an opportunity to see into the mind of the character. They can give some motivation in a much simpler, clearer way than they would in a dialogue normally. So much, we asked the question, how can we get this into our game? And with a little more
as well, but you know more,
you'd be surprised how much.
Mind if I take notes?
Keep your nose out, mate. Slick Ronnie sent us. She wants all golden balls evicted.
This doesn't need to get violent.
Whoa, giving villains a chance to save themselves? So heroic.
Wrong. Ronnie owns those deeds now. Legally, the guild's hers. So that means you're trespassing.
Get somewhere safe.
Oh no. So we weren't able to talk ourselves out there. Ralph, what are we seeing with the combat here?
Yeah, absolutely. So this is what we call style weaving combat, right? And it's an evolution, I think, of the combat that people loved in the original Fable trilogy. It's about strength, skill, and will, which is about weaving between ranged and melee and magical attacks. We hope really seamlessly, really simple.
It looks good. I'll give it that.
To allow you to choose how you take on any given combat scenario. You know, so the player.
It looks promising for sure.
Video, super skilled at this, knows all the moves, you know, but is also demonstrating just how easy it is to move from one style to another and dispatch the enemies.
Absolutely. Love that little move with the dagger at the end.
Very nice, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
I'm the hero of Bry Hill.
I don't know where that is, but I bet they're proud of having you as their hero.
So, what are you doing here?
Oh, right. I have Mr. Golden's script. It's the first step of my 3-step plan. Write the musical, get Mr. Golden to star in the musical, make Mr. Golden happy again.
So this character, this adorable little child called Billy, is we're describing her as a part-time playwright, full-time orphan. She lives at the orphanage, and she is trying to get Humphrey the Golden to star in a play about his life. The point of showing this quest is to be exactly what it's going to be like to play a quest, but all our quests are super varied. In the quest after this one, you'll actually take part in that very same musical. So we'll meet Billy again when we come out.
Okay. This is what I want to see.
Very quick glimpse at our skill tree. We're spending a skill point we earned from that Billy again. That's for another day. But something that we look forward to.
Hurlball, okay.
In February when we
Summon magical swords that automatically target nearby and casting while locked onto an enemy. Sends all magical. Okay.
When we come out. What we're seeing right now, though,
Nice.
Is a very quick glimpse at our skill tree. We're spending a skill point we earned from that last combat, and people will be freeze framing and stayed with it.
Yeah, focus on with their talents and
It's based on in-con loadout damage dealers and.
I am impressed by some of the magic we've seen here and earlier in the year as well. I'm
quite
excited
pretty,
to get my hands on it. Very pretty.
Yeah.
Okay.
Got business with Ronnie or what?
That's right. This is the hangout of
You tell me.
the gang.
Tell you.
The Silks? Is it the Silks? I think it's the Silks. We're trying to negotiate our way in.
I'm on a work experience placement. If I don't make it here, I've got to slum it with the Oakshire gang.
Bring more, arsehole?
Blimey. I could give it a shitting go. Cheers here.
Criminal I've ever come across.
I think actually we're going to kill him in just about 45 seconds time, but
spoilers.
That's a little bit of a spoiler. Through this locked door.
What? I'm here to see Ronnie.
Good for you. Boss ain't really taking on new clients right now. You got an appointment.
So yeah, we're cash rich, so we're just going to pay the $2.5 grand.
Easy way. There you go.
Can't you look the other way?
For that amount of coin, I'll look whichever way you tell me to, mate. Why don't you go on through, eh? Stuff. She'll be with you shortly.
Sarney, love her name as well. Was someone called Big Bath as well?
Yeah, I think that was an.
She did give us a wee clue to have a look about. Well, tell us not to, but what are you going to do in this scenario? Not open the locked door?
Exactly.
Oh, I love all the trinkets we've got around.
This,
Better get this back to the
and
very pretty.
we don't do it in this video, but there's a lot more to rummage through in this particular room. But yeah, in the interest of time, we're just going to grab.
Good,
Yeah.
good.
I think it's good player behavior.
Me too. Thank you. Vindication. I like that.
Had a few too. That's quite funny. I tell you what, though, it takes stones robbing from me in my own poorhouse. Humphrey used to be like that back in the day, before he shit the bed and fell apart. Not that I haven't enjoyed watching the guild slowly. Next. Now you're speaking my language.
This hero causing you grief, boss.
Nothing you lot can't sort out. Humphrey should have warned you not to fuck with me, hero. Bit late now. Sort them out.
Okay, another real look at combat, another fracas on our hands.
Alright, he's gonna summon the swords.
The different various combat that we can use for tools, melee, range, etc. How do they complement each other? And Ralph, what's your preferred style? You mentioned that big hammer earlier.
So I love a big hammer.
Yeah.
Oh, there's the swords. There's the swords. Nice.
And like I say, I tend to go for big damage dealing spells, like blades, like fireball. But you can play the game in a bunch of different ways. We actually had somebody playing hands-on over in our behind closed doors demos today, who absolutely blitzed through it. Incredible skill level. Did it on the highest difficulty level. So our team were sort of standing around applauding. Kind of thing. So you can bring a lot to it. I think one of the things we're trying to show this week with the demos we're doing is that you can come to this with whatever skill level you have, and the game will meet you at it. We have a bunch of different difficulty levels.
Speaking of a range of maybe a different level of threat than our heroes face, what are we seeing?
Yeah, he's a big lad, isn't he? I wouldn't go as far as to say he's like a mini boss or anything like that. He's just a particularly large human enemy, of which we have a bunch. We absolutely do have what we class as mini bosses, really large enemies that are going to give you even more of a challenge than this guy, and then we have proper yeah, this bit of
oh shit, absolutely sparked. Oh, shame about that beautiful mustache.
Indeed.
Oh well. Is that Big Bap? He should be called
there, hopefully.
This looks the team at play, but if
I mean, people have been shows of our I think right,
Alright, I mean it looks nice. Definitely one of the best showings of Fables to date. I don't think there was a better viewing so far of Fable.
making a splash here at Gamescom. Before we go though, let's check in with Benny and Charlie.
I don't think we have like an actual date. Oh no, we do have a release date, February 23rd.
To end the day as fans pick the fight to the Covenant in this incredible life-sized warthog. Of course, this was just too good not to get a photo op. Right, Charlie?
Yeah, very right there, Benny. So keep it right here, and we'll see you all tomorrow. This is Xbox at Gamescom 2026. And Benny, let's go ahead. Get him!
We don't even have a driver.
And that's it, I think, for this one. Alright. That was decent. That was some decent stuff there. I mean, we kind of exhausted the news and updates for the day. Yeah. We technically have more news tomorrow, but I think tomorrow we'll start playing Star Wars Zero Company. And maybe do a recap of things. But for now. Any other news? Doing one last round, but I think we're done for today in terms of news and updates. I mean, there's some stuff on the IGN channel, I think. There was a bigger stream. I guess we can maybe skim through it a little bit, but this one's pretty big. Let's see.
Now, the deluxe edition on Switch comes with a really cool little thing. It's a minifig of Batman in. Yeah, that is this. On the development as soon as
Oh, this is Batman stuff. I don't care personally.
But also for coming by and chatting about this game. No worries. The Mayhem Collection DLC drops at.
Are unique to this new area, which is cool. Certainly, it's not a redux of Stab, which is good.
New stuff to Stab. That is the.
Oh yeah, the chain that we saw in the trailer. Yeah.
I'm sure you can't wait to play it at home. But guess what? There's so much more Gamescom 2026. So stick with IGN.
Okay. Oh, we got Metro coverage. Oh, this is no law coverage. I mean, I think this is mostly panels, though, not really news updates per se.
I think it's a chunky game with.
Oh, Outlands. I mean, it's a mobile game though, so I'm probably not gonna try it out. Like, if it came to PC or something, maybe I would have given it a shot. But at this stage, yeah. Legiana. Okay. Pookie. Lance. Oh, within 2026. Okay, so this year. Okay, I didn't know. I don't know. They're trying. They were actually aiming for this year. I'm surprised.
We expect to reveal more details at a later time. Well, we'll be excited to
Yeah, I do have to play Crimson as well at some point. Oh, this was the animal guy.
Castlevania that feels like you're playing a game
and then return.
Okay, Castle game, Castlevania. Then there's the Mega Man stuff.
Quality of life updates that make it a bit more approachable.
Oh, this is. Oh no, it's just okay. Never mind. I thought it might be like Kingdom Hearts or something, but I guess not.
Then use the full team builder to assemble an unbeatable lineup. Plan out the optimal set of moves.
Oh yeah, this is okay. Okay, Tides of Annihilation. Alright, gameplay looks pretty solid.
Our players to feel like they can set their like combos they want. They can have like rich experience to with.
Okay.
Knights can solving. He can shoot a rope and leads Gwendolyn to some place that she can never reach before. And also we have Palamedes, and he can like move things, and also like he can crash the weak wall.
And who is this redheaded character that we see here?
我们现在看到的这位
非常关键的一个角色，他会跟非
头发的女性角色是谁？
她是妮妮安，她在游戏里面是一个非常关键的一个角色，她设计上有非常多的这种联系。
Very like crucial character in our game. Of
这种联系。
This is Ninian. She is like a companion of Gwendolyn. She is very like crucial character in our game.
So getting back to the knights for a second, how are the knights summoned? Do you have to build up a meter, and then do they have a cooldown time before you can summon them again?
获得了这些骑士之后的过程中
You need like any energy to like summon those knights, but you will need like the knight energy to like let those knights like use their abilities.
他们是随着章节去解锁的，都是
I mean, it looks cool so far.
To our game exploration, but also like appears in the level. So later.
Level based.
I think this is like an exclusive demo though, for now. I don't think this is available. There's no demo on Steam yet or anything like that. So this one, these demos are probably gonna come later. And for now, they're exclusive to the show floor.
Yeah, the place you can see here is the Great Russell Museum, and it is inspired by the British Museum, because like the British Museum is a place you can see like all the goods, and like there are different cultures there. So it is a place like we can put like our imagination on it. So you can see like we have the Chinese gallery, we have the Egyptian gallery. There's like different.
I like the hand thingies. Oh wait, these are shops. The hands are a shop. That's kind of funny.
What was it about the Arthurian legend that you were drawn to and that you were inspired by?
Defense. Okay. Wait.
You were drawn to and that you were inspired by.
Every 10 hits summons a meteor that deals additional damage. Valuable armor enhancement material. Highly valuable weapon enhancement material. Okay. Secret discovered by Mercury within the Museum of Sensing. Its immense value. The shrewd merchant put up for sale. Okay, that's a special currency though. After dealing damage with a knight's move, there is a chance to summon a meteor. Okay.
Inspired by the Arthurian legend with because like of this museum.
Mm-hmm. Well, ambergris.
So we want the players to have like more freedom in combat. So not only the weapon you mentioned can be collected in the game, but also like there are also equipment you can gain from the game, and you can like decide what kind of like playing style.
Oh, this is the bonfire essentially.
You can see there's people like that you want.
That looks pretty nice. Ah, this is bullshit. Okay, okay, okay. Oh, Warhammer. Oh, this is Total War though, I think, yeah.
Awesome. So there's just a ton for returning players to sink into. Yeah, and for new people to go, oh my god, it's so huge. Like that's awesome.
Yeah, this game does look fucking huge.
Discover and obsess with over in this game, like any little bit of lore, some Easter eggs, you know. So I love orcs. I really, really love orcs. They're my favorite guys. And all of the factions we try to make sure we put in like little bits of love. Basically, that people that really get and love the lore will say like, oh wow, like there's the attention to detail is there, right? And particularly so for me, for the orcs, we really went in on trying to make sure that we do some fun and wild stuff with them. So like storm boys don't always fly in a straight line. Sometimes they'll spiral off and explode, especially if you kill them mid-flight. The battle wagons can veer off and careen and blow up and all sorts of stuff. We've gone into this sort of concept of having these like systemic and chaotic deaths that can happen basically. So as things die, they can start blowing up and all sorts of stuff. Really, really fun stuff there. But for the orcs, that feels like absolutely on tee. Their tech is haywire, and it doesn't always work. But when it works, they sort of like fail upwards, So yeah, it's a lot of fun to be had with that.
Make sure you pause when you play those battles to really take in the scene.
Seeing the orcs fly around like dumbasses.
How you can make this your own. You can make it your own story. It starts with customization. You get to pick your name, you pick your colors, pick your emblem, and it's yours. It's your story.
How deep are you getting into the lore for people that are like, I am a Warhammer purist? Like what? So I think we're trying to represent the lore as authentically as we can, and that comes
Storm
down
Boys.
to scale as well, right? So when it comes to like,
I think that's what they're called.
I think a lot of people look at this.
No, never mind. No.
About Warhammer 40,000, they go, oh look, like the Space Marines look small, right? And it's like, well, yes, because there's very, very few of them. They are like the thinnest blue line holding back, like the worst threats in the galaxy. And when you play as them, your units are going to be small, right? There's up to 10 in a squad. Terminators can be coming in only like 5. But then you have that wild asymmetry where obviously Astra Militarum, the guards and the orcs, they come in in the hundreds, right? So that difference in scale, I think, is like a really key sort of note towards getting that raw right at that scale, right? So hopefully,
Yeah, few but powerful.
obviously there's going to be all sorts of events and things that capture the juice. Okay, so the Stopper is the biggest unit in a Total War game, I'm told, for now. Will we see more? You just
Oh yeah, that thing.
Series first. So I mean, oh wow, it's a series first. We've integrated Havoc, so we make sure that the firepower that you have available, and that means that those buildings can't stay there. Those trees can't necessarily stay there, right? You have to blow them up. So we put a lot of work in to start dropping in your bombardments, more planets.
It's huge.
Warhammer want to talk about Space Marine, of course.
I just don't have the patience for this type of game, but like just looking at it, this looks so crazy and fun. If only I still had the patience for this type of like slow burn that you play for days on or weeks on end for like one map or one campaign.
So when can people find out more about the
But it does look really fucking crazy.
With Planet Pokemon. Choose your Pokemon.
What do we have here?
That uses that skill, and we use skill powder aspects.
And what about the loot system? Can we expect a pretty steady stream of getting new loot?
What's this?
Swords and gunpowder, less What about the...
Which game is this again? I forgot the name of this one. What was this one?
Right here on IGN. Teray the Unbound is one of the best looking action.
Oh, Teray, that one.
And here to tell us all about it is In Young Koo, Byung
Teray.
and Myung Sung Ryu.
Teray. Okay, this is Teray. Teray or Teray, whatever you want to call it.
With our global publisher Crafton, and we'll be sure to let you know.
We're seeing a lot of cool monsters here. I think in your
The only problem is it's Crafton, so I'm... Yeah. Monetization and shit could be a problem. I don't know for sure, but... I don't really see much in the way of the loot, though. And... that is a pretty important part of the experience.
That use physical skills. They're also craps as well. Different.
Doesn't seem like there is loot.
And what about the loot system? Can we expect a pretty steady stream of getting new loot and new weapons?
새로운 파밍 시스템이라든지 새로운 시스템이 계속 추가될 예정인.
시스템 같은 거 부분들 조금 새롭게 쳐가지고 음향 특성 관련된 부분들 쪽이라든지.
Can we see some loot? It doesn't look like they're dropping anything aside from gold for the most. Oh no, there is loot.
There will be new seasons for looting, and we will also have different systems that involves yin and yang and 5 elements as well.
Do you plan to release the game in early access like many games in this genre do?
이 장르 게임들
아직 그 부분에 대해서는 확정된 거는 없고요. 저희 글로벌 퍼블리셔인 이제 크래프톤과
We haven't confirmed anything in that respect. We will have to speak with our global publisher Crafton, and we'll be sure to let you know.
We also saw.
Okay. Okay, what else do we have here? That's the horror stuff. Don't care. We skip the horror. Okay.
Earlier this year, Lego Batman Legacy of the Dark Knight mashed up some of the Cape Crusaders' most iconic appearances to tell a whole new story. And next month, the Clown Prince of Crime is getting his turn in the spotlight.
Don't really care about that.
IGN strategy guides and interactive maps are here to help.
One step at a time.
IGN
from everything out there. But yeah, we do say immersive sim. Decided early on that our may not.
I mean, this is just recaps by the looks of it that we already had covered before in the stream. So nothing new here.
Via our content hub, Gamescom Now.
ROMs at the very start of your run, you pick a very general archetype. Hey, I kind of see myself doing some sniping. Hey, maybe I'm going to be a little bit more support this game. But pretty quickly, as we go match to match, we're offering you powers that support that fantasy.
Nothing else really that I want to see right now by the looks of it. It just repeats kind of what we've already seen for the most part. Okay, so yeah, that's it, I guess, for now. I don't think there's anything else from the ING or the other showcases. I think we've seen pretty much everything for now. Tomorrow we should have 2 more showcases. But other than that, I don't see what else is available at the moment. Nothing new. Yeah, and also nothing on Steam. On Twitter, I mean. Let me double check my list. Mm-hmm. Mhm. Mm. Invincible, that's it. Star Wars license here. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm. Mm. Yeah, nothing. Rockstar Games. Statement, don't care. 2K, don't care. Mm. 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 More nonsense news. Um, yeah, no confirmation. The human knowledge I wasn't made with Gen AI. Yes. Balling on gamers last meal. NBA 2K. Yeah, the Heroes 3 debacle where they uploaded the game on Steam with only the EXE and no content. That's cool because of course these companies get special treatment and don't get their games properly reviewed. Just trust me, bro. Mm-hmm. Yeah, more GTA bullshit, nothing happening. They just talked about it, but they didn't show anything yet again. Ugh. The Expanse of Cyrus Reborn. Final Fantasy, Persona 4. Yeah, nothing. Oh, yeah, Wolsen too. I need to look into that one a little bit more. Oh yeah, no, this fall is a gacha. Yep, of course it is. Of course it is. I was hoping that Hoyoverse would go the route of like, what we've seen with Scarlet Blade and, Granblue and stuff like that, where you have a gacha company making like a full AAA title, but nope, they're still sticking to gacha games. So, no thanks. Mm-hmm. Bro, this is getting ridiculous. The glazing is off the charts. Mm-hmm. Okay, Compulsion Games is now completely on their own. Mm-hmm. Xbox has their new discs into digital transition, and that's what pretty much everybody's talking about. Like that's one of the big news of the day. And I mean, it's a cool thing. I'm not gonna bash something that's positive in the grand scheme of things, especially considering it comes from Xbox of all players, who has one of the lowest, if not the lowest, physical physical sale coverage, I guess, out of all the big players in the industry. And of course, the news of the day, which is kind of the reason why I'm like not super hyped today, is because unfortunately, I should say, Tim Curry passed away today at age 80. Man lived a long life. He's a legend. It's unfortunate that we lost him. But I guess, everybody deserves a break in a sense. Tim Curry has been a true legend, both in gaming and in movies. Mm. Yeah, that's about it for the news. Honestly, I think going forward, I will probably stop like covering these smaller events in terms of stream, and just maybe make a video on like a single game or two that actually stand out for me. Yes, RB's going stupid, of course, because of course they are. See, Project Red explains where the Witcher 3 expansion region. Okay. Okay. I mean, the reviews for Star Wars Zero Company seem to be good so far, but this is all outlets, so we know how outlets usually score things. Like, I genuinely don't trust outlets anymore for anything when it comes to like reviews of games. Genuinely, there's clear biases, and they're not even hiding them that well. Like they're pretending to be unbiased. They're pretending, but it's pretty much obvious to anybody that reads them that they're not being honest in their reviews. So yeah, I'm gonna play it myself because I decided to play it, but I'll wait for more trusted sources, and then the typical industry shills. Yeah, okay. Well, that's about it for the day, I guess. Nothing new, interesting that hasn't already been covered. So. One more check on YouTube, but I think we're gonna be ending soon. Nothing particularly interesting, but yeah, tomorrow we'll definitely jump into Star Wars and start playing something new, and get a feel for it. But I also think we'll slowly, over the next 2 months, start shifting, like I said, into less streams and probably more videos and stuff like that. There's still a few games that I really want to stream, so I'm definitely going to be streaming those. But I'm definitely going to be gravitating slowly away from it. I'll probably put out an announcement, like an actual video, once the transition happens. For sure. Give me a sec. I think I'm gonna sneeze. There it is. It happened. Anywho, I think for today we're gonna leave it at that. Today was a little bit more low cortisol, as they say, or something like that. But that's mainly because of the news with Tim Curry. Like I saw that right before going live, and it kind of bummed me out a little bit. And then also didn't help that a lot of the games that we did watch were more on the indie side, which is not the usual stuff that I play. So yeah, I'm sorry for the low adrenaline or low cortisol or whatever you want to call it. I'll try and rest up and kind of shift my mindset for tomorrow, because tomorrow we're also playing games, so that's gonna be different. But yeah, that's gonna be it for me for today, at least. I hope to see you all tomorrow. In the meantime, enjoy the rest of your evening, morning, afternoon, whatever time it is over your place. And yeah, I'll catch you all tomorrow. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye. Peace.